What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Whiskey Talk with Three Dudes.
It's Friday, man.
It is Friday.
And it's freezing Friday.
It is fucking freezing Friday.
Well, it was worse the past couple of days. It's been pretty bad.
I know.
Pretty chilly. But today, good news. We've been waiting this for well, I've been waiting for this for a while because I ordered some Nikka from the barrel from La Bodega, and it finally came in.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out La Bodega. And yeah. So this is one we tried, right, at the whiskey festival.
Yes, this is probably
Which one
this is the last one that we tried from the VIP room. We were actually pretty excited about it because we were gonna try something else, and it's funny because it's like, they had, we tried really expensive bottles of whiskey, and the last one we were gonna try was a pretty expensive one until I saw that this was on the bar because somebody had asked for it, and I was like, oh shit, like I've been meaning to try that because I heard it's really good. Like they just started importing it to the U.S. After it being somewhat like kind of a thing that people would get a lot from coming back because typically they're available at duty free.
Duty free does not mean shit free. It just means tax is kind of like shit, right?
Yeah. Well,
taxes are shit. So yeah, duty free.
Yeah. So I never saw him. Like I kept an eye out for him since I heard about him, but I never saw him. And then we saw it and I was like, oh shit, we have to try that one. Because we had tried the Nikka single malt and we were like, oh okay, this is pretty good. But we're crazy about it, and this is kind of like a combination. Almost between both. So the Nikka single malt was like this. So
it was more smoky.
It was more smoky. It was like almost a little bit too much smoke, certainly a lot more than what we're used to. And so, but we really like the Nikka grain. So we were like, oh well, let's try this one. And this was like kind of right in the middle. Like there's smoke there, but not too much.
Yeah.
There's a sweetness from the original. It's literally like if you took both of them and just kind of mixed them together, kind of a combination of both.
It's a good balance, good mix.
Yeah, it is because I remember when I tried the first Nikka, the one that was really smoky. I was like, I don't know. But then I tried this, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I know you weren't a big fan.
No, this one I was like, wow.
What do you think about it, Alex? What's your opinion on it?
I think it's really good. It's just it doesn't sting. It's not too heavy. It's not too crazy.
No, it's pretty. I mean, it's not super high proof. It's 51%. So well, it's certainly higher than I expected. I thought it was gonna be like right at around like 80, 85. This is, right at around 102. So actually not bad. I expected it to be a lot lower because it's hard to tell. There's no real like. It's not like super strong notes of anything. Like it's really balanced. The flavors just, I mean, man, it's awesome. If you like the Nikka grain, which a lot of people do, enough to where they're discontinuing it for a while. So
yeah, they are.
Yeah, so it might be a good idea if you see a bottle around and you're a fan of Japanese whiskey to grab it. It's typically the whiskey that I grab if I'm going somewhere and people are like, I don't like to show up empty-handed, especially if somebody's taking the time to make food and whatnot. So I'll take it to like a barbecue or something, and people typically don't expect it. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like the bottle's kind of unassuming. So is this one. I mean, if you really look at it,
it looks like a barrel, pretty much.
Oh, it looks like just it's a plain bottle. There's not a whole lot going on. It's unique for sure, but not a whole lot. Very unassuming. And it's delicious.
It's very simple.
Yeah, it is.
The box, though, unfortunately, we didn't get the boxes, but the box is really nice. It's very, very, very nice. Very nice. Yeah. So it gets really good reviews online. Master of Malt, 143 reviews, got 4.5 stars. Let's see their notes on the nose. It says medium body with good balance. There are notes of cut flowers and fresh fruits, spice and a little oak. On the palate, it's full-bodied and punchy. There's plenty of winter spice and toffee, a little caramel and vanilla, and good mouthful of fruit.
There's a couple of flavors that like kind of stick out to me here that I'm kind of like, oh, that's weird. It's kind of it's almost like a little bit like a wintergreen. a little bit, like towards the finish. But also somewhere in there, like almost, when you have a walnut, like that kind of like, it's a little bit kind of
Bitter.
astringent, yeah, like a little bitter.
Mhm.
Like that's what I get that in
Yeah.
here, but just a little bit,
At
like
the end, right? The finish.
yeah, it's not a lot. It's not one to where it's like,
Mhm.
oh, this is annoying.
I do get the fruit taste. It kind of like a hint of the fruit. Reminds me of the mixed fruit roll-ups.
Yeah,
Kind of.
yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember those.
But soaked with whiskey.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
whiskey. It's an adult fruit roll-up.
There you go.
But it's not super sweet though. That's the thing. Like, I know you're making it sound well, I'm making it sound like super sweet. It's
It's
No,
not sweet.
and it's not.
Not at all.
It's not as sweet as some of the a lot of the bourbons that we really like.
Mhm. The finish is long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good finish though. Like it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's not like the hot sauce you had me try it earlier.
Oh
before the
yeah, I know.
podcast.
Yeah. No, not like that. But
Dude,
yeah.
that it was Mad Dog 357. I took a little dab on my pinky and just tried it.
I don't know. I
Shit.
just like getting shit like that. Just
Yeah.
try it.
You just hate yourself, is what you're saying.
I just gotta torture
You don't
myself.
love
I gotta
yourself.
get it. No, I don't.
You hate your butthole.
He's an asshole.
That's what it is. Let's just call it what it is here. But yeah, I think, man, I think definitely this needs to go in the infinity bottle, just
Mhm.
because it's so. I mean, this is gonna be one of the ones that we keep around too. Hopefully we
Yeah.
can grab a bottle and kind of set it aside and maybe not. I actually recently picked up a bottle of Green Spot because I noticed that the last one we ran out.
Yeah.
That's another one that's like one of our favorites in terms of like, as a solid Irish whiskey. Like the thing is like Jameson is popular because it's cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
But at least in my opinion, Green Spot really like shows you what an Irish whiskey can be.
And it's not that pricey either.
No.
It's a good bottle also to take to like a party or something like that.
It's not like Buffalo Trace, that's like around, $20-$30. I mean, we're talking about, probably like a $55 to $60 bottle.
Mhm.
What was the cost of this?
63.
That's not bad at all for what it is, dude. Especially for a Japanese whiskey right now, it's a steal. Think about it. Like I talked about it before. Like, I actually ran across a bottle of Hibiki Harmony,
Mm-hmm.
and I grabbed it,
$80.
and I was like, I was like, fuck, this is $80. Like
Damn.
at 70, it was a pretty good value. Like
Yeah.
$80. I don't know. And then
Pushing
after
it.
trying this for 66, like fuck.
Nikka
dude.
went up too.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
Nikka went up.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
sure.
like, what?
Yeah, well, there's a couple places where we can check
Yeah,
where
'cause
we
it was like
usually get it that
$50,
it's
yeah.
probably not that expensive. I don't want to say because I don't want
You
people.
don't want to give out secrets?
No.
That discontinued one that I have, that's a Nikka one too, huh?
No,
No.
that's a Hakusha. You should see what those are going for right now.
I'm sure it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I
Compared
think
to what it
I think
was?
I saw somebody was selling it for like a couple $100 already. They're hard to find. So, yeah. So think about that one.
Yeah, no, I am. No, yeah.
That's one bottle you want to take care of.
I know.
I mean, or not. See, here's the thing. Open it for a special occasion, man. Fuck. I mean, there's stuff up there like the H&H from the 90s that we have.
Look, I'll say it here. I'll open it on our 100th episode.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
We're not that far. Why, dude?
We're
This is
not that
episode
far.
67, dude.
Yeah,
Is it 67?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys put 64 or
I did-
65.
I put 64.
I was like, we're way past that.
My fault.
Yeah.
My fault, people.
So,
Did you fix it?
No.
I should probably fix it.
I fixed it on the Facebook stream. I was dealing with that. And even still, like, I had to unplug the cameras and plug them back in. I guess I reversed them because on my fucking on my deck right here, the cameras are backwards. Like my camera, I have them labeled by name and they're on, but I'll fix that later. At least they're working now. So.
They are. Oh yeah, guys. So yeah, we got the stands up. We got 3 cameras, 3 different angles to see our ugly mugs.
Yeah. So you'd be like, oh, what the hell? It's like it's switching. It's different. Am I tripping?
And then we bought some more light bulbs because I think last episode we were kind of the struggle.
It was a little bit dark. Well, here's the thing: is that we had to move it. We had to move the light stand, and the light bulbs that were in there were so cheap that like they kind of separated from the base, and like I was able to salvage one of them, but the other 2 like it didn't work. So we had this giant light bulb, and we ended up just getting another 2 of those, and made it a little brighter in here because that's kind of
Kind of helps.
it helps definitely.
So Alex, Since you're Japanese, I mean, does this remind you of your ancestors?
Oh yeah, I can taste it.
Yeah.
To take you back to your
It takes me
Ninja Turtle roots.
like a foot soldier.
The Shredder or what?
Shredder, bro.
Fuck.
He was underrated.
I think so. He was a
I think
pretty
so
good
too.
villain.
It was a pretty cool villain.
Yep.
Dude, the movies were the shit.
Yeah, they were.
I love the movies.
Did they remake those recently?
I didn't watch them.
The Michael Bay.
Yeah, the Michael Bay.
They're
I didn't
alright.
watch them.
They're alright.
Are they?
They're alright. They kept.
Why are they gonna remake
It's not
everything?
the same though.
I don't
That's-
know, man. Like they're supposed to do Spawn. They're supposed to redo Spawn.
You know what,
I always liked
that
the
one
first
is
one.
that one is one I was hoping they would remake. Because if you do watch the old one, it's a great movie, it's a great film.
Yeah, but it's just a
graphics.
fucking CGI.
It's-
sucks.
How the fuck, like, oh, did they remake Spawn already? Or they're doing
They're
it?
gonna
They're
do.
gonna
So
do
how
it.
the fuck did they do Aquaman before Spawn?
I don't know.
I didn't even watch that
Yeah.
one.
I mean, because if you watch the old Spawn, like I was gonna say, like the first one you watch is kind of cheesy.
Well, who the fuck? I mean, like, I mean, in terms of like comic books, right? Like, I
Yeah.
think they had to do it just so like they could like take the girls to fucking watch, you know, fucking what the fuck is his name? The guy that played Aquaman.
Momoa,
Yeah.
Samoa's,
Yeah.
Samoa, Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah. Samoa, yeah.
Samosas.
Yeah. So there was like, oh, you always take me to these stupid comic book movies, and then like, so now it's like they had to do that. I guess.
Supply candy for them.
I guess, like, man, or maybe some eye candy for the dudes too. You know, it's
Oh,
2019.
yeah,
To be fair, we do get plenty though. I mean, we do. I think we do. I mean, they're obviously they're not shirtless, but
Yeah, well, we need to work on that.
we got to see
Well,
Samoa's or Samosa's nipples or whatever.
well, that's unfair. I mean, according to some of the people for the halftime show, that was the whole thing that came out.
Oh yeah.
The guy from
Oh.
Maroon 5 took off his shirt.
Speaking of Super Bowl, what do you guys think of Super Bowl?
I didn't watch that.
Stupid.
I
Waste
watched
of fucking time. So boring.
So I heard that actually
Suck.
a dude like ended up winning like off of a $10 bet. I think he ended up the odds were like 400 to 1, and he ended up winning like 150,000 because the bet was that the Rams would only score 3 points, and he made that bet. But dude, with 400 to 1 odds,
Damn.
so he ended up winning 150,000.
Wow.
Damn.
How about $10?
I think no. Well, I mean, fucking
Just
whatever
think
that
about
is. The
it.
math is
Yeah.
fucking terrible.
I
at math.
can't math, bro.
Yeah, I know. I can't either. So I think it was 150,000.
I don't even know what 400 to 1.
So divided.
It was the odds.
No.
I don't know.
It was less than that. It was less than that. So the odds I think were even more because it was a low dollar. I think it was like the bet had to have been. I think it was like less than $20
It
was
was
the bet.
$1,000,000
$25.
From Billy to Juan.
Yeah.
to
Yeah. So that's one of those things. It's like fuck, dude. Like I mean, it's a long shot ass bet, but I
But
mean,
fuck, if you're putting less than $20 on these cheesy ass bets and they win, dude, they fucking pay off.
Well,
yeah.
That's
yeah.
fucking banging.
Oh wait,
dude.
you already said the chances were over 400.
Yeah, but that's fucking cool as fuck. I don't give a fuck. That's fucking cool.
It is.
You know,
That's a lucky day there.
that is, dude. It
Luck-
was the lowest scoring game
luck
in
was the
NFL
leading.
history.
Yeah,
So
it
I
was.
mean, it was fucking pretty
And the
cool.
last Super Bowl was the highest scored game in NFL history.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's it. That was kind of the analysis, right? It was like, oh, if they can keep them from scoring first, like the Rams will win because their defense is really good. At least from what I heard, I don't follow football.
It was
Well, their defense was out there.
I mean, fuck,
They were
to
gonna do- they were-
to keep them at 13
the
points.
offense couldn't do shit.
It was a battle of defenses.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was.
defensive
Just the
game.
better defense won
Nice.
this game.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy for it to be freaking less than 20 points for one game. I mean, fuck.
Oh yeah, I'm sure people were expecting a blowout. Oh,
Yeah.
It was either people were expecting a blowout in either direction, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it didn't end up happening that way. I didn't watch it. I don't really watch football, and then Carlos was in Mexico, so the only time I really watch it is like when I'm doing something at home. Yeah, these bottles. That's the only complaint I have about the bottle is it pours
I
weird.
think the neck is just too short.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, and then just grab
it dribbles.
It's like when you have a small penis and
Yeah,
Pee on your
pure
balls.
Not that I would know anything about that. Yeah.
breaking news.
Yeah.
this just in,
Yeah.
not your penis.
Yep. Fuck.
So I initially so we went to one of our later guys. Thanks for
Right.
stopping by.
Enjoy the beer.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
Larry.
that Neapolitan
Appreciate it.
beer was delicious.
Is it as good as the stone one though, or is it like
I'd say it's.
if you had to pick one of the two, it's up there?
Okay, if I had to pick one of the two, I'd have to go with not stone, but
Bottle Logic? Wow, that's saying something. 'Cause
Is
we
that the
really
one that
like
we?
that one.
That's the one that we tasted. The stone one is the one that we tasted when we had our beer extravaganza thing, right?
No,
No. Okay.
we didn't have that one. The stone one was the one. Remember the one that had the fucking the skull on it, and it was like ice cream, and we ended up getting like
Oh
A whole
yeah,
bunch of
yeah,
them?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
like
one.
that one better
yeah.
than that one.
Okay. Yeah,
No,
I
so-
don't know. I don't know just yet. I haven't tried it. I actually right when I found out that like they were gonna stop selling them, I went to Total Wine and I had ordered I ordered a case to pick up at a different store. Well, actually no, I saw that they still had it in stock at the Total Wine in Rancho.
Yeah.
And they were like, we don't know where it's at. Like our inventory's messed up. I'm like, well, you guys are dicks.
What the fuck,
So-
idiot?
Somebody took it to the bathroom and drank it.
Maybe drive all the
So
way.
yeah, so then I was like, okay, so like I see this other store has them in stock. Like, can you call them and ask? And then they were like, no, well we don't really do that. I'm like, okay, fine. I'm just gonna order a whole fucking case.
And you
I
did?
mean, and these were not cheap. Like on their own. I mean, I think they were pretty expensive because it was like the big bottles, right?
The big fuckers.
Yeah. And I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna buy a whole case. Like, I really like this shit. Like, fucking Jen drank my last fucking one that I had in the fridge that I was saving.
That's how good it is. His wife drank it.
Yeah, they fucking drank it, and I was pissed. I was like, fuck, like, I was saving that one. And I was like, I'll teach her, I'll buy a whole fucking case of this shit.
Turn the lights are off. Yeah, we should have drank my last fucking beer.
Yeah.
Why aren't the lights working?
So I ordered the fucking case, and then, like, I get an email back, like, you know, a day or two later, and they're like, yeah, we don't have any in stock. I'm like, you guys are dicks.
Yeah.
Cancel my fucking order.
How did it? Oh, they canceled it.
Yeah, because they didn't have any in stock.
I remember that shit.
That's horrible.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, man. Yeah, if I would have bought a case, I would have brought one of those for the Christmas thing for sure.
You should have ordered from Cerritos in Corona.
I don't think they had it.
Oh,
I never saw it there.
Oh, okay.
But I know they sell a lot more other stuff. I don't think they do like a lot of the seasonal stones there.
Picked up some Pliny today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. And the STS,
Oh, that is good.
Yeah.
it's different for a pilsner. Like it's not.
It's a little hoppier.
Yeah, it's a good pilsner. It's not like a piss beer pilsner.
No, it's not. It's not. Oh, so my Super Bowl story was we stopped by a bar. I was supposed to watch it, but I ended up drinking beer with this dude from England. His name-
Right.
This black dude Torian works at an English pub, and yeah, we were talking the whole night. I was like, dude, your English is like. Heard his accent. I was like, either he's fucking with me, either this is 21 Savage, or you know 21 Savage is, right? He's getting deported because he's from England. But Torian was cool people, man. And he said that the fish and chips were good at that English bar, so I think I'm gonna go try that. I had never had fish and chips. I know it's just basically fried cod, right? And
Yeah.
potatoes.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try it. So it's-
I mean, if he says they're good, you know, how long has he been here? Maybe he
In the
misses the
States.
motherland.
I think he said he's been here about
So since he was one.
14, 12 or 14 years. Right?
I don't know. After that long, maybe he doesn't
He
remember
still
what
has a
good.
strong accent.
Maybe he doesn't remember what good fish and chips are after that long. I don't know. Like legit ones.
Yeah, this dude is pretty cool.
Cool.
He's like an actor and I think he does like kickboxing. Yeah, pretty cool guy. But yeah, but I didn't end up watching the Super Bowl either. I did watch some of the commercials. I think one commercial I did watch was the one where the football players go at a banquet.
Yeah, dude.
I did like that.
That was the only one. You actually
Yeah.
got a good commercial.
I actually like the one
That
with
was the only
Eminem's
one.
one.
Which one?
Which one?
With Christina Applegate, and she yelled at the kids, "If you guys don't stop, we're gonna eat you guys."
I didn't
Oh,
And
see
they
that.
stopped.
one.
Yes, that was pretty funny.
I didn't see that. I did like that football.
Yeah, the
one.
football
all
was
the
fucking-
classic players. I'm like, oh shit, like Joe
They
Montana.
put that
was
chick
there.
in there too, that college chick.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she's fucking.
What else was in the news today? report. Actually, this week it's kind of hard to keep up with the news, like taking notes on it. I try to take notes throughout the week, but then it's like it's hard to take notes stuff like
Did you hear
that.
about the jogger that fucking they got attacked by the mountain lion?
Badass.
No.
Fucking strangled that bitch with his bare hands.
Oh,
He did?
Yes.
Wait.
Oh, that's
What's
tough.
incredible is he has
That's
bare
dope.
hands. He doesn't have human hands.
No,
he has bare
with
hands.
his bare hands.
This is Barry.
Well, no wonder. I mean, bare hands are pretty powerful.
That's true.
So,
Yeah, so that's why he was able to do it, because he had bare hands.
see, if the headlines had said he strangled a cat with human hands,
Yeah, that would be impressive.
that would be impressive.
But it's like, he did it with bare hands. I'm like, fuck, like I could do that.
You know, it's funny because sometimes I'll be thinking like, okay, if a dog or something come at, what the fuck am I gonna do if I don't have anything?
Come on, man, you worked at Bush
I know,
You
dude.
choked them.
Take
You
your
choked
phone.
them.
Well, yeah. Well, what if you
You
turn
take
around
your, you take your rope lead out of your back pocket.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. Okay. Oh, okay.
Or if you
There
have
you
your
go.
rope,
Or
Yeah.
you take your belt, make it into a
Yeah,
fucking-
belt.
And just
bro.
that's right. That's right.
And once you get them, boom.
Hey,
Make
you
it
know,
your
when you
bitch.
take up, if that happened to me, like fucking, and I got attacked, like I would take my belt off, and then my pants would fall, and then they would get distracted and probably stop attacking.
Right.
They start laughing. They're like,
Yeah.
okay, he's just playing.
It's alright, right? It's
He's
Alright.
playing, bro.
Life has already been unfortunate enough for you already. You've already been dealt a bad hand, so I'll just leave you alone.
Oh, these are good-hearted hearts you're running, or good-hearted dogs you're running into.
Yeah, no shit.
That's crazy though. Imagine though, like seriously though. Like,
Here's the thing though, I think
Yeah.
that like in a situation like that,
Mhm.
this dude should be able to be like fucking like, alright, I'm gonna taxidermy this bitch and fucking mount it in my fucking living room.
Yeah.
you work for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
You
like,
got the map.
like this bitch fucking attacked me like I'm the fucking champ. Like I took the fucking dude.
Yeah, it's true. So
I was the underdog here in this situation.
I was watching. For real. I was looking at the comments on this story, and some people were like, "Oh, well, he was 200 pounds, and the cat was like 80 pounds." Like,
I don't give a fuck.
Motherfucker.
80-pound animals, like their muscle structure is a lot different than ours. They're a lot more powerful.
Especially cats. Dude,
Fuck
look
yeah.
at a fucking
Yeah,
how
yeah.
fucking heavy is a raccoon?
Mhm.
A raccoon is probably like, 20 pounds.
20, 30 pounds.
And those will fuck you up.
Okay.
Now imagine fucking 4 of those motherfuckers, or 3 of them. Like,
Good thing you don't have that pack mentality.
I know.
dude,
They
they'll
will-
fuck you
they
up.
will-
They will
Shit up.
mess you up. I don't care. 80 pounds, 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking
no,
fuck. I would more than that. I wouldn't want to fucking take on the fucking mountain lion. Hell no.
Hell no.
Fuck that.
Nah, I did.
You got
I'm
me
sure he got
fucked
pretty
up.
scratched up.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
But it's either that or
Or
hold
die.
hold-
Die.
But did he
You know what I
die?
mean?
Yeah.
But did he die?
Lewis, you don't look so badass anymore. Remember when Lewis got
His boat
With the
scars?
cat?
So he's all man, I got fucked up by some cats.
He's like, I fucked up that cat. Like, I think the cat.
You can fuck you up. Hit one. I don't give a fuck if you euthanize that motherfucker.
That pussy
Hit
tore you
one.
up.
Yeah,
They got damn, yeah. So he got attacked by Wolverine, man. Those excellent scars.
dude. Hell yeah.
And then we used to call him Manatee.
Oh, yeah.
And then fucking Moose is like, yeah, he has boat scars on his outfit. Because the fucking manatees, they get run over by the fucking boat propellers and they all get scars and shit.
Shout out Moose.
Fucking boat scars, dude.
That's right.
I miss Lewis though, man.
Yeah, that fool, I haven't seen that film forever.
It's
The
been-
last time I saw him was here.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
that's
Yeah.
right, yeah.
I seen. Oh, my daughter used to go to cheerleading practice. I used to see him all the time there, but now she's not going because she's in soccer.
Well,
Oh, I thought he quit cheerleading. That's why. That's why you didn't see him anymore.
No,
he was getting pissed off. He was at the bottom all the time. They want to pick him up and shit.
Fucking kids.
Fuck no.
All right. How many? How old is your daughter?
4.
So how many? She's not 4.
No, she's 5. Sorry.
What was I gonna say? Fuck. How many 5-year-olds do you think it would take to pick Lewis up?
Oh,
All of them.
Oh,
Damn.
Not enough kids.
All of them.
Not enough
That's a good
kids.
question.
That is a good question.
I don't know. It'd take a lot.
Hell yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
That dude's been going through some shit though.
Really?
Yeah, his wife's like
Oh, family
Oh,
members.
yeah.
like 4 or 5 of them died.
Oh.
Yeah,
Like in
yeah.
like in weeks, like
Yeah.
weeks apart, like yeah, days almost. Some of them were days.
Hard. Shit, it's hard.
Yeah, so he's been going through some shit over there with his
That
fans. And then
Get together with that for some
we're
time.
busy as fuck at work, so he couldn't even go like take the time off to go see him.
Oh, that's fucked.
Yeah, man. I mean,
That's one of the crappy parts about work.
That's really fucked.
You know, like for important moments like that, like well, sorry, dude, and shit's going on, but we're busy.
well, you know, it was his choice. I mean, he could have just left, but he was pretty.
Well, yeah,
Good.
that's a good point. Yeah.
He's good. He was pretty good about like trying to get people to stay, but there was just
Right.
nobody to stay. Yeah.
That sucks, man. So enough about this sad stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty depressing.
Yeah,
There
it
you
is.
go.
Thanks, Lewis.
Thanks, Louis.
I was like, I meant to say thank Alice, but my bad, Lewis. I didn't say.
Yeah, we're just fucking trying to drink some whiskey or bringing down the mood. What the fuck?
Did you guys watch State of the Union?
I did.
I did.
I was watching it because I was going back and forth with Larry fucking Snapchat the whole fucking thing.
Dude, that's the best part about it now. fucking is the
Yeah.
Snapchat filters.
Yeah, we're like going back and forth.
Fuck.
But no,
I thought it was pretty good.
yeah.
It was cool. I mean, I'm stealing somebody's joy by saying this, but I've never seen so many Democrats fucking dressed in white until, since they fucking invented the KKK.
She founded the fake.
That's what I don't know. It's funny because when Trump was all saying things that he did and stuff, some things were pretty legit and stuff he did, and they wouldn't do anything. But as soon as women and blah blah, and then they got all crazy. I was like, yeah, you get crazy with that, but you don't get crazy with the hell he's been doing. Like, I don't know.
I think I noticed. I know.
Give credit when credit's due.
They won't.
No.
But here's the thing, though. Like right away, those stupid news networks now, like the Now This and what is the other?
Now this and Occupy Democrats.
Occupy Democrats
That's
and
a
Vice.
terrible lie.
They're like, fact checks on all, and it was off by a couple million, not even that much of a big difference or whatever. But they're like, no, false, no, false, false. It's like, all right.
Yeah. No, and I mean it's funny because there was one particular senator when they were talking about human trafficking and preventing human trafficking from happening and arresting people and freeing people from that and then other people were clapping and then she was just kind of sitting down whatever. It's like, so I mean that's how pissed off you are. That's how bad the Orange Man is that you can't stand up and you can clap for against fucking human trafficking
or clapping against killing babies.
Yeah, that's okay. That's fine.
That's all cool. Oh, thanks, man. Oh, here's a book.
Oh, did you get? Oh, look, it's so cute. This definitely looks like a
so
beer.
cute.
Yeah, so his bottle is
Oh,
smaller.
this is a 500.
500.
Yeah.
500.
Yeah, it's 500.
So the bottle will definitely not fit in that box.
No.
It's a nice box.
It is.
You want
That
to
definitely. That definitely looks like a perfume bottle. Yeah, it looks
It
like
does.
a
Oh yeah,
Cologne.
it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Edgar, did you send us a video of the Down syndrome kid that was?
Yes.
Dude, that was a good video.
Well, he's not a kid, but he's a man.
Oh, well, he's a man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So.
I think that's. I don't know if that's recent. I think
That was
I
from
remember
2017.
Okay, yeah.
That was 2017, but
Yeah.
it's circulating again because Ashton Kutcher had reposted that. He tweeted that.
Because they were talking about he was speaking against abortion and saying that there's a lot of people that would be this kid has Down syndrome we'll
Let's
just
prevent
abort it.
that.
And look, I'm gonna tell you guys something I haven't told you guys before. So this hit home because when my son was gonna be born, they told me he was gonna have Down syndrome. They said that they measured his head. He's like his head, and he has little extra skin on the back, so it looks like he's gonna have Down syndrome. So what was crazy about it when we went to the process with me and my wife, they said, okay, so we're gonna have to do some DNA analysis, and we're gonna find out, and then okay, so we went into the room and they talked about it.
Because that's a different test.
Exactly,
That's a pretty invasive test to
Exactly.
actually confirm it. Yeah.
Yeah. So they went into all that, and then we had to go over our family history and stuff like that, bro. And then I remember when the lady, okay, so if he comes with Down syndrome, what do you guys want to do? What kind of fucking question is
Like,
that?
what do you mean?
You know what I mean, bro? Like exactly. Like I was like, and I looked at my wife, and I was like, I was fucking confused.
Like, is that really a question?
I was like, are you serious? And then I was like, well, we're gonna keep it no matter what. And then that just fucking hit home, bro. When I saw that video, and I was like,
Of course.
I would love you either. You know what I mean?
And like
whatever.
So that gentleman's name is Frank Stevens.
Yeah.
It's Stevens with the PH. Yeah, he's talking about like
Steven?
Stephens.
Oh.
Stephens. Jack
Jack
Stephens.
Stephens.
Just reminded me of the meme. The guy was like Mark with a C and they put Kark.
That's Starbucks. That's hilarious. But yeah, he said he was naming off some statistics, and he was saying how households, you know, usually people with Down syndrome and even their households are happier compared to the population at large. Like out of all the population, like they're like the happiest.
Right.
Like, because honestly, like I've met a a lot of not a lot of people. I met a few people with Down syndrome, and they are seriously some of those happiest and joy filled people you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
greatest.
yeah.
Remember, like
Oh,
at
yeah.
lunchtime, like when we used to hang out next to the table and stuff. How happy they all looked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, there was
bro.
one guy that was kind of a dick, but he didn't have Down syndrome. He had
No.
something else. There was something else wrong with him.
Dick syndrome. No, I'm just kidding.
Dick syndrome, what the
Oh, dude.
fuck? He was a jerk, but the rest of them were cool though.
Yeah.
I
So I
just-
would fucking hang out with him and shit.
Yeah, we would.
But did you send me that one too, where they show the process of what they do when they do the whole,
The what?
when they do?
The late term ones.
Yeah.
Late to my
I
voice?
saw the video. Dude, it's fucking terrible.
Yeah, third term. That's crazy.
Dude,
Yeah,
that is
That's
crazy.
fucking crazy. And then Democrats let that fucking slide, right? But they won't put a fucking wall up to fucking make sure nobody else comes through here.
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid shit.
I feel like
They let that shit happen.
Yeah.
I feel like we're living like in a like Twilight Zone or whatever, or fucking whatchamacallit. What's the word I was looking for? Not the Twilight Zone.
Bizarro world.
Like the whole Mandela effect and all this stuff, like all this crazy shit's changing happening. Like now it's like in New York, you can kill a baby,
Yeah.
but you can't kill an inmate. Which I, for one, am
Right.
not for the death penalty myself personally.
I,
But
fuck
still,
Yeah.
though,
I saw,
yeah.
I saw something today, and I'm like, yeah.
And then you got
Oh,
people
dude.
that, and then Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez talked about paying people that aren't willing to work. So
Well, let's talk about that. That's the whole Green New Deal.
New Green, yeah, that shit.
They
The
don't
New
want
Green
you-
Deal.
The Green New Deal. So check this out.
Yeah.
So I sent it. Let's see if I can find the meme that I sent earlier, because it kind of explains it well. And it's like, so they frame it as like a Green New Deal because of climate change, and they're
Mhm.
focusing on on all that shit.
Yeah.
It said, so I found this guy, Philip Klein. He said, the threat of climate change is so urgent that we can't solve it unless we commit to giving everybody free healthcare, free college, affordable housing, healthy food, well-paying jobs, and provide economic security for those unwilling to work. So what that references is the Green New Deal, and they're talking about obviously the stuff that's easy to understand: the free healthcare, free college, affordable housing, the well-paying jobs. So the well-paying jobs and provide economic security for those unwilling to work. So what they're talking about is doing a like forcing basically government to give people jobs, and then like if you just feel like, oh, I don't want to go to work, they're proposing like, oh, that's okay, don't worry about it, you don't have to go to work, we're gonna give you money anyway.
Yeah.
We got you.
We got you.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
But
I mean, and then obviously among that, taxing corporations because they're evil and
yeah,
they cause all the problems.
It's their fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the corporations that it just so happen to employ people.
So,
You know.
so these are people that hate the government but are promoting more government.
Yeah.
I don't see them where they hate the government though. So like it only comes okay. So So now taking it back, like I think I was looking for an example, but that's a perfect one. We were just talking about abortion, and it's like, oh well, no man should be able to make rules about women's bodies. Like, okay, yeah. Meanwhile, there's other rights like actual enumerated rights that you guys have no fucking idea about, but you want to restrict. That's okay though. So I mean, it gets confusing. It's one of those things. It's like they want to continue growing government, and not just growing government, but making people dependent on government so that they further grow it. It's insane, man. It's really insane.
is pretty fucking crazy.
But they're right.
Man, that girl, I can't stand her.
I actually watched an MSNBC interview on my drive to work. I was like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna force myself to watch this because I want to see what she has to say about it.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, softball after softball. Like, there wasn't any
man.
real hard questions.
Oh man, she is like
The
yeah.
media, the mainstream media is
They
in love
love
with
her.
this chick. Like,
she's like some little cute little puppy or whatever you want to call her. It's like, no, bro. Like, this is a politician, man.
yeah.
You don't have to be nice to them.
No, I'm not. And if it was, if they had an R instead of a D in front of their name, they wouldn't be nice to him.
Right.
You know.
Right. They love the D.
Yeah, they did. They certainly did.
They love the D for sure. So you can watch. I mean, she is a gift that keeps on giving because you can watch compilations like videos of her just contradicting herself and saying stupid shit and stuff like that. Like saying shit that like is not even true. Like they don't really fact check her.
No.
Like now this, I'm sure that they don't fact check her. Of course not.
No, why would they?
But like multiple videos for contradicting herself. She gets a pass from the media. She gets a pass from the left, of course. But if this was Trump, forget about it. Oh, this guy's a moron. It's like, no, this girl's also a moron. Like, I'll agree. Some shit that Trump says, I'm like, what? Like, you know what made me crack up during the State of the Union?
Yeah.
Was when he was talking about how our military is like one of the most powerful and advanced, and you look at the generals and they're looking at each other like, should we like tell them like that's not true? And
you know what? You know what kind of threw me off too is like one of the things where they were like, where he was mentioning, the military, and they were talking about the recent treaty that we pulled out of because Russia kept violating it. And it was like, oh yeah, like this part I was like, wait, what? I don't think you meant to say that. It was like, oh, we'll make sure to outspend everybody. And it's like, no, bro, that's not, no, that's not what, no, we don't want to outspend people.
No.
Like, no more, please.
Come on, man.
Please,
no more.
Yeah.
Another thing, I mean, the government does not create jobs like jobs that would, that create more wealth or whatever and productivity in the economy. It's basically just government jobs, but it just becomes stale.
Suck.
But it doesn't allow, like in the private sectors where wealth is made.
There's no innovation.
There is no
in the private sector.
I mean, you look at socialist countries.
Public sector, I should say.
There's really not that many, like there's like full-on socialist countries that.
But you don't understand. Cuba, everybody's happy with the healthcare.
Yeah. That's why people are swimming across fucking
fucking rafts made of fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Like, that's how happy they are with their fucking healthcare.
Fucking great.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Just polluting people's minds.
They have a vaccine that cures cancer.
No.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah.
I think you're right about it.
And people fall for it, dude.
Because they don't. Here's the thing: is it sounds great. It sounds great.
Oh, it does.
And you don't have to look into it. Like it's all.
They don't want to look into it.
It makes you feel
lazy, bro.
Well, here's the thing though: is like it's hard to look into some of this shit, man. Like sometimes you try to find like some fucking sources that are just like unbiased. Like I was trying to find like just a fucking thing, a video that just explained what the fuck is this Green New Deal. Like what the fuck is it?
Yeah,
like
what's written in it?
Yeah, like the actual like what go fucking section by section. Tell me what the fuck is in there. Good luck finding that shit. It's not. You can't find it. It's either people trashing her, which I'm okay with. But also people fucking, oh yeah, it's so brave, it's so like, dude, no, there's nothing brave about fucking promoting the growth of a fucking entity that will fucking shoot you because you don't give it their money.
That will make you its bitch because they take care of you.
Yeah,
I pay the bills.
Right.
Here, this is the small amount of money you got. That's yours.
Yeah. Everything you work for, as hard as you want, you get this much return.
I was watching a video. It was on Joe Rogan. Some recent. I guess this dude that worked for Vice, he would go around the world doing interviews like that. I think it was like in Sweden where they were saying about like how they get super taxed. So if they go over 70,000, that's or 70 or 80,000. They start getting taxed about 77% of their income.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people stop before that, like, oh, I'm good at where I'm at. Like, I'm not gonna try to work hard in this. I'm just gonna work right here.
No,
This is it.
because think about it. Like, I mean, and that's another thing that our beloved politician has said. Like, that she's okay with taxing people at 70%. Think about it. Like,
But that's at 10 million. Like after 10 million, I was like 70% every. It's like, but still though.
it's the principle that matters, dude. Like, think about it. You have a fucking small business. You're at fucking 9 million or whatever, and you're just gonna be like,
That's it. You can't hire any more
we
people.
could expand. We could, but then
Why?
Provide more jobs, but why?
why wouldn't we? At a certain point, I mean, I'm gonna be working for, I'm gonna be working harder to only make 30% more. Like, that shit makes no sense.
It's just gonna fuck around with the fucking family-owned companies and like
Of
what
course.
we're saying and stuff like that, like the big family-owned companies.
Well, the big corporations now. I mean, I'm sure that would be like a drop in the bucket to them, maybe. Who knows? But
I don't know,
even
dude.
then, still. Though,
But see, but then you fuck with people's bonuses on that shit, on like family-owned companies like you guys were talking about.
well,
Right?
I mean, it's one of those things that it's almost like, it's hard to like, it's hard to sympathize. So I get it. I get why people are like, so why shouldn't they pay 70%?
they
And
already
that's
pay
like,
more than we do combined.
right.
Yeah.
So in California, I think it was like, around 13, like, I forget what the actual numbers were. I have to fucking look this up because it was such a staggering number. I think it was something like 100, maybe 100 people, like the top 100 people that live here, pay for like a huge amount of the state's budget, with their taxes.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
just say this, just fucking decide. Mark Zuckerberg just decided, you know what? Like, I'm tired of it. I'm for whatever reason, I don't want to keep paying taxes. I'm just gonna move somewhere else.
Exactly.
That's
How much money fucking moves with them?
Yep. All that
Yeah.
revenue for that state is
And I hate to think about it that way, right? Because I mean, I genuinely think, like, you know what? If you work for your money, you should be able to keep it, all of it. I don't give a fuck.
it's hard work.
But people have a hard time imagining that. Oh, but the roads and this and that. It's like, dude, our roads are already fucked. We've been paying.
They're not getting better.
We've been paying this fucking this tax on fucking gas
For decades.
I mean, well, even recently, like, we've been paying, like, how much money in a day do you think that they fucking generate from gas prices being what they are? I mean, I haven't seen gas prices less than $2.80 recently.
Fuck, I don't even remember that.
And then- And then a buddy of mine sends me a picture from Idaho, and it's like 160,
Yeah, you are.
165 at Chevron for premium.
Damn.
165 for premium.
165 at premium
Wow.
at Chevron.
Wow. I pay like 30 something for fucking premium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much more?
Yeah, it's almost $4.
Yeah.
Some places.
That's my car takes.
Are you sure? I'd look into that.
Really?
I'd look into that.
Wait, I mean,
Toyota, right?
yeah, it says 91 or whatever.
I'd look into that.
I don't
Because
know.
my
I
Toyota
believe-
takes 87. It says
Is it?
fucking designed for
Yeah,
87.
mine
Okay,
takes
so-
87 too.
So here's my question now: is it worth getting 91?
If your car says that it's fine with 87, fuck no, you're wasting money. There really isn't a purpose for it. If your car's designed for 87, there's no point.
You could burn up some of the fuel lines faster.
I don't know about that.
With the 87?
With 91 because your
Really?
car is not supposed to be. If it's not meant for it, it could.
No, it
could be
is. That when you open up the gas.
I'm just saying,
Yeah,
you
thingy.
might not be able.
I was talking to a mechanic. No, sorry to cut you off. But I was talking to a mechanic, and he was like, because we had this conversation, and he's like, if you really think about it, he's like, try it. He's like, do the regular gas that you put, and then put the high octane one, and see which one lasts longer. He's like, I'm pretty sure the high octane is gonna last you longer than the octane. So I tried it. I was like, let's see what happens. So I did it. And I was like, it was the same thing.
For me, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I was like, it didn't change for me.
It does the same thing to me too. I've tried that because I've tried the same thing. But like, it doesn't run
heard
anymore.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah,
I heard
exactly.
it burns cleaner or something.
It does burn cleaner.
Yeah, like it's like your engine parts last longer or whatever.
Well, it takes a lot of contaminants out of the motor, and
Yeah.
it ends up going into your oil, so that's why your oil gets darker quicker. And that's why you're supposed to run synthetic in your motor, so you
Yeah.
make sure that it stays.
Which I get my.
Is it true that if you run synthetic, you have to run synthetic oil all the time now?
Your car comes with synthetic.
Some
So I
of them
talked
do,
to synthetic.
some of them do, some of them don't. The newer
Some come
ones,
with conventional.
Well, conventional, right?
the newer ones do. Some of them come with
Economical.
some of them come with synthetic blends.
Yeah.
So I think that's old thinking from like you know from because they would say like, oh yeah, well all your seals and everything will get used.
Yeah.
They'll get used to the
Right.
synthetic, and then if
Right,
you switch
right,
back,
right,
it's gonna
right.
fuck it all up.
Right.
I don't think that's the case.
No, it isn't. I mean, I ran full synthetic with my quackers from 02. I ran full synthetic until maybe like 2 years ago, and it's no difference. No difference.
Did you guys try that Royal Purple motor oil?
No,
No.
That one lasts like forever.
no, that shit's expensive as fuck.
Yeah, it is expensive as fuck.
So here's the thing. Before you do that, because I know you drive a lot, and then if you really want to do like some fucking experiments with your fucking oil changes, do this. Next time you go, or before the next time you have to change your oil, there's a place called Blackstone Labs, and what they'll do is if you order a kit from them, they'll send you a little bottle, and then you take a sample of the oil and send it to them. They'll analyze it, and then they'll tell you, look, like you can, maybe you should change your oil sooner. They'll tell you you can probably run it for more, or like they'll give you like they'll diagnose the oil because they'll test it, they'll lab test it, and I think it's the test is only like $65.
Wow, it's like fucking all DNA tests and shit.
So you gotta do that test every time?
No, just once, because then what they would do, well, if you could do it more, it doesn't matter. But like what they would do is they would just tell you like, oh, your oil change. Because here's the thing, that whole thing about like, oh, change your oil every 3,000 miles, that's bullshit. Certain cars are designed for that. Certain cars are designed now with 10,000 mile oil change intervals. But that's because it also has to do with the type of oil that they're designed to work with and all that shit.
Yeah.
But since they run cleaner and all this, like, but some cars, yeah. Some
In that case, I don't feel that bad. I haven't changed my oil in a while.
You probably should though.
yeah.
Well, I am, but it's,
You probably should maintain it. But
I do maintain my truck, but like it's kind of hard to hear my phone. Sometimes you gotta stop.
No, dude. It's not. So check this out. I used to fucking change my own oil, and I started thinking about it. I'm like, okay, so it cost me like $40, $45 to get the fucking get the oil, get the filter, and then it takes me. It doesn't take that long. Maybe all told, it probably takes
20
about
minutes?
takes you about half an hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
But then you end up with fucking 5 quarts of oil and an oil filter that now you have to dump somewhere. You have to take it to go fucking recycle it. And after about 2 or 3 times of going to AutoZone, and they're like, "Oh no, our shit's full. We can't shake this."
You're like,
Yeah.
fuck that.
I'm like, dude, what the fuck? So now I have to go back home and fucking just throw it in my garage and wait until the fucking next time I go and then fucking try to dump it. Have them recycle it or whatever. So I started looking into it, and then I was like, okay. So I don't trust Jiffy Lube for some reason. There's been reports of like, that when they'll put cameras under the fucking car and they're like, oh yeah, we changed this, and this, and
they didn't change
and they didn't do it. They didn't do it right. So I started looking into it. There's the valve instant oil changes, the ones you fucking drive, like I literally don't even get out of your car.
Yeah.
You drive in, they change your oil, you fucking leave. Like I've even done this. Check this out. This is a fucking trick that I do. So I'll buy the air filter before I go, and then I'll have it in my passenger seat. I never tell them, hey, check it. They always fucking open the thing and fucking, oh, here, could you, look, it's dirty. Could you? It's like, oh, you know what? I have it. Can you put this in for me? Like, you guys already have it open. Oh yeah, we'll put it in for you. Instead of buying it from them, because they're gonna try to sell it to you for $30 when the fucking thing is $13.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
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 So just do
that's
that.
smart though. Yeah, because it'd be like, no, dude, you have to buy the one that's here. And you're like, nah, fuck you.
No, they've never done that to me, and I did. I've done that a few times.
That's
And if they
pretty
do,
smart, yeah.
and if they do, you know what? How long it takes you to change an air filter? Probably
5
like
minutes.
5 minutes. Yeah.
Not even hard.
Yeah. So just like, oh.
And that's what I like about the new Toyota. Well, the Toyota that I have, because the fucking filter is on the top.
Yeah.
It's not on the bottom. So I love that. You just have to put a soda can on the bottom, and then the drips in there, and then you just take it out. Put the new. That's the thing I like about the Toyota.
Are we talking about the oil filter or the
Oil
air
filter or air filter?
Oh, I'm
talking
talking
about
about the oil filter.
I was gonna
we're
say
talking about
drips.
air filter. I was like,
Ah,
drips?
yeah,
If your air filter's dripping, there's
Well,
something
they,
wrong.
yeah,
Was it driving
yeah,
underwater?
the air filter is in the glove compartment.
What are you, SpongeBob, or are you driving
No, that's
underwater?
a cabin air filter. That's a
That's a
different
cabin
one.
air
Yeah, it's
filter.
Oh, yes. Hey, just together, that's some good shit.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. So I get my oil change done at the dealership, Toyota dealership, whatever. I do need to change the cabin filter and the air filter.
Usually the cabin filter's right behind the fucking glove box.
Yeah.
That takes even less to change out than the fucking.
It
regular.
depends, man.
They're like, oh.
Well, for Toyotas, dude, they're designed that they're
Is
like
that easy?
yeah, it's easy. You take off, you squeeze the glove compartment so it slides all the way down. You take off the glove box, and there's literally like kind of just like a latch that you push with your finger and open it, like it swings open like a little door. Yeah, because I know some of the other ones that are a bitch to change. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but no, that one's easy.
You need fucking unscrew
And
some
here's the
shit.
Yeah, you do.
Take out the whole
Take
fucking
out the whole
dash.
dash, bro. Like,
Here's the
fuck.
thing, like the cabin air filter, I feel like that's kind of a hustle too. Like you really don't have to change it that often. Like,
If it's clogged, it probably fuck up the motor. That's what I'm concerned is.
I guess, but
Yeah.
like you don't have to change it every time you change your oil.
Fuck no.
That's way
I would
too
say
often.
like once a year, if that.
Yeah.
I do drive a lot though, so
If you drive with the air constantly, yeah.
yeah.
do,
Yeah, so
yeah.
I gotta change.
Because you'll find feathers and shit.
Leaves, I found leaves in there.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
what the
it
fuck
should.
is this
Yeah,
thing?
right.
Leaves, fucking pine needles.
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
shit.
I seen leaves.
Yeah, that shit's fucked
Yeah,
up.
that's
Especially
weird.
after a bad wind.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, man! I go through my air filter, the air filter, cabin filter. I go through both of those
Yeah.
right after the fucking winds are done, dude, to knock some of that dust off, man.
Do you guys use like aftermarket or OEM like original
Aftermarket.
I just use aftermarket. shit.
aftermarket?
Yeah.
I use K&N.
Like K&N
Yeah,
for
Well,
filters
see,
and stuff.
that was pretty good.
There's actually been videos done that like the K&N filters actually let through a lot more particulate matter than like the paper ones. Like
But, yeah,
yeah, they're
that's
higher flow, but
Right.
I don't know. So that's one.
Yeah,
thing.
but the fucking thing is, you wash them and shit. You put them back in, you put the
It
filter back on.
yeah.
So it's like, I mean,
Yeah,
you pay
yeah.
$50 for them, but I
They
mean,
last
they'll
you.
last you the whole fucking time.
Yeah, it depends on what kind of car you're using too. Cause like for certain cars that have like a mass airflow sensor and stuff like that, can like the dust can get through and
Yeah.
kind of clog that up.
Yeah,
and
that's,
then
Yeah.
no,
that
that's
turns
very
into
true.
a bitch.
That is very true.
But that's like you just fucking clean that shit off. Like,
You think changing the motor on the Ace, like the fan part, is kind of hard?
On the fat wait.
And the what?
the
No.
the blower
The
motor
blower motor.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
for
Because I think I had to change mine because mine's clicking. So when it goes on, it goes click, 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 click for a while, and I have to put it high. It'll stop, and I put it back in low, and it'll stop for a
Yeah,
while.
dude.
Yeah.
You know what? That might not even you might not even have to change that. Even that may just be like it's just dirty. You may just be able to clean the fan.
I gotta go check it out.
Yeah, for some of them it's easy. Other cars it's a bitch. So it depends. But I don't know. I haven't really looked at like how these are designed and where they're placed. So it'd be hard to say like, oh yeah, that's easy. But for the most part, it's harder to change those than it is to change like some of the other.
Well,
shit.
last couple of wins that we got here, last couple of
Oh,
them were
man.
pretty bad. So I mean, I would definitely just go in there and clean it up.
Well, yeah, I probably
Yeah.
should. Especially because they put a new, because I got an accident now.
Yeah,
they
right,
put a new
right.
radiator, and then actually, a funny story, the grill that's on there is not the original grill for my truck.
Yeah, I know.
It's not.
No,
You got
the guy messed up and he ordered me the wrong one. He's like, no wonder it didn't fit. And no wonder it was $400 more. I was like, I don't give a fuck, it works. And I was
Came
like,
up.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
It
looks nice.
dude.
Yeah, right, it looks different. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just take it.
Oh, did you guys hear about Liam Neeson?
Oh,
Being
yeah.
racist.
Yeah,
What?
Supposedly.
allegedly.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, I heard like I don't know. I'd have to listen to the context. Like I heard the sound clip, but I was like, okay, like I get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I guess his friend, you know, got sexually assaulted,
Yeah.
and he was like, oh, well, you know, what did it look like? And he goes, oh, he's black. So then apparently he carried around a billy club or something to that effect.
Like standing outside pubs and stuff, like waiting for someone to start shit with them.
So here's the thing. Like think about this. Like imagine that's how white fucking wherever he grew up was for fucking, you know, because it didn't just happen like once. He said it was for a while that he was waiting for a black guy. Like, dude, like I can walk down to the fucking Circle K.
I know. It's five of them.
At least, fuck, man.
It's just dumb.
Like, wow,
I
you
think it was
must.
just took it out of context.
Of course. Well, think about it. If it would have been,
You know what I mean?
if it would have been a Mexican, he would have looked for me. If it would have been Chinese, he would have looked for a Chinese. If it was a white guy, he would look for any white guy to start with.
Right.
Yeah.
The thing is, he was just trying to find someone that is kind of like the same color, just want to get revenge. Like, if your good friend or whatever gets, raped or whatever by someone, you want to kill somebody. You just want to just pummel someone, dude. Like, dude, granted, you don't pummel someone that's innocent, like.
Well, but see, if he had to wait that long to see a black guy, maybe it was that one black guy.
Yeah. He'll come back around.
Yeah. It was that one guy because that's like,
What he should have done is he should have dressed up in drag and waited for a black dude to try to.
Yeah, like fucking like Boondock Saints.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that is such a good thing. I was like, dude, that's such a horrible fucking.
Like that. You know what he should have done though is he should have put a D in front of his name.
He should have.
He should have, because then that governor from Virginia.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, now they're all doing that. They all apparently Virginia in the '80s. All there was. Okay, before we get into this topic,
Yeah.
I have to make a confession because. We don't know where this might go. We don't know where this might go.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna bring this out.
Just
right?
right now. Yeah.
I gotta tell you guys because it's topical, right?
Right.
When I was a kid, for Halloween, I dressed in whiteface. So my mom, when I was a kid, she made us little clown costumes, and she painted my face white as part of the costume. So there might be pictures. There may or may not be. I'm not gonna confirm them because I don't want somebody to look for them. But there may or may not be pictures of me in whiteface.
I can't be your friend anymore, dude.
No.
All right, I understand.
Sorry, man.
No.
I can respect that.
But I mean, I'm owning up to it. Like I'm telling you guys, because everybody.
Might as well, right? Because everybody's getting
everybody,
called out shit.
Everybody in
Right
Virginia in the '80s dressed in blackface, and that was the thing to do.
Well, I dressed up as a vampire, guys.
But did you wear whiteface?
I did. It was partly white with the black widow's peak.
Oh.
I did both.
That's cultural appropriation. You
It
can't
was
be doing that.
it was 98% white face, 2% black face.
Oh,
I apologize. Oh no, wait, I take that back. I also had red on my face.
So you were more for a second there. You were more Native American than Elizabeth Warren.
But she apologized, by the way. She apologized for listing her ethnicity.
Dude, you know what? I think this whole Green New Deal thing is fucking is her fucking taking one for the team and saying, all right, there's a lot of shit going around, guys, of people dressing up in blackface, all these people talking shit. Hold my kombucha.
My kombucha.
I'm gonna help you guys out.
If she's trolling us, then hats off to her. Then.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
If at the end, if she comes out and be like, I was just trolling you guys sometimes to show you how stupid people are, hats off. But I don't think she's really trolling us. I think she's serious. I see the passion in her eyes.
In those fucking big stupid eyes.
So you just get that picture I sent you
Yeah.
guys where they what they do,
They photoshopped her eyes on like a bunch of fucking communists.
Fidel Call.
You know, I missed the whole clapping one. The one that they were making a whole big deal about. Clapping in front of Trump.
Oh, the one where
Nancy Pelosi.
Nancy Pelosi did the stupid clap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's called the fuck you clap. Like, no, that's the Joker clap from fucking from the Dark Knight. Like,
Oh,
that's
that
the-
one.
that's
Now
the-
you're saying.
yeah.
Should I show the camera?
Oh, hold on. There we go. Oh no. Oh.
What's the other one?
I heard
No, that way.
This way?
Oh.
No, it's the other view.
Oh no. Here we go.
Oh, wait.
There we go.
So make sure you check out our Facebook and YouTube live.
We're not on YouTube live, so
We're not?
Well, we're on YouTube.
Yeah.
We are on YouTube.
I'm actually recording this episode. So the last one, what happened is I had to make some changes.
Yeah.
Because the I guess that the encoding was like taking up way too much process in the computer, and that's why the video was all choppy. So once after I made the changes, when we restarted, I forgot to record that episode. But this one, I'm actually recording it. It seems to be running okay. Yeah. So. It never ends here.
You live and you learn, you learn and you live.
Another thing in celebrity news, Aaron Lewis was booed off the stage.
What?
Because he refused to speak Spanish.
What the fuck?
I don't speak Spanish. I'm American.
His fucking name is Aaron Lewis.
I
Like, I
know.
wouldn't expect him to speak Spanish.
I don't know where he was playing.
If it
or
was
whatever.
like fucking
Where the
Juan
fuck-
Manuel, fucking
I,
Paulino Sanchez, fucking
Wookie and shit.
yeah, Marco Antonio Solís,
Ezequiel Peña.
yeah.
No, dude.
Funny thing about Ezequiel Peña, there was a fucking, I remember it back in the day,
Uh-huh.
before he fucking got big, there was a radio station in Spanish that was in the area. We lived in Bell Gardens, and it was like an LA station or whatever.
Yeah.
But they played like, they had an event outside of like a burger place that was like right down the street from my house. Primo's Burgers in Bell Gardens, I don't know if they're still there. Shout out, that shit was really fucking good. And they had like a radio station event, and he actually went and played there. But this was before anybody knew who the fuck he was.
Yeah.
And then like years afterwards, we're like, oh shit, that was him. Like, it was crazy. We were like, oh fuck. Like,
Nice.
it was pretty crazy.
No, well, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that's my Ezequiel Peña story.
So I guess what apparently I don't know where he was playing, but I guess people were being loud and wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Because he likes just playing like the guitar to the crowd. Like he does this section in his concerts where he just likes playing to the crowd and likes the crowd to be quiet.
Right.
And they wouldn't shut the fuck up, so he was like asking people like be quiet or whatever. And then some people in the crowd like tell him in Spanish, because I guess most of the people were Hispanic or whatever. And he's like, oh, I don't speak Spanish. I'm American, right?
Yeah.
And they wouldn't shut up, so he's like, well, thank you guys. Have a good night. So he walked off and got booed and shit. Let's
What
see.
the fuck? Where was it?
I don't know where he was playing. Accurate.
Yeah.
Please show.
Here, let's see. Let's see.
No,
if this
the other
works.
one.
Oh!
Look.
There you go.
So yeah, it's probably out of focus anyway. You can't. I don't think
Oh,
you
there
can.
you go.
I don't know.
We'll maybe post it.
I don't know.
We'll see. Memes are the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh,
Probably
there
the
you go.
best thing about maybe the internet is it's memes.
The memes, yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
that was the best thing about fucking the State of the Union is
Yes.
the internet remains undefeated with the memes.
Undefeated.
Almost immediately, the memes were being released.
Oh my gosh.
So that's the best part.
Dude,
about-
the 21 Savage memes were just
Oh, man.
savage. It was the greatest. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can't believe he's getting deported. He's getting deported. Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Ratted him out.
He's a snitch.
Yeah.
That was the meme, like he ratted him out.
He read it. He's like, hey, I don't want to be that guy, but his 6ix9ine's passport's like.
Yeah, but he looks a little British. I think his passport might be expired.
Oh, dude.
Fuck.
Oh man, you know what I was watching earlier? It was I was binge watching Norm Macdonald interviews. Like his interviews are the best.
Dude, weird.
They're the
Yeah.
best, so because he has like the
Fucking
funniest stories and the like. They're granted they're like jokes, not even true stories or whatever. Like Conan O'Brien's always commented like one of his favorite guests ever has always been Norm Macdonald.
Yeah.
That's like his top
Yeah,
favorite
because he
guest.
always comes with crazy.
Right, and then other guests will come on, he'll like put in his 2 cents stuff like that, and like it's
They don't
kind
get
of
his
awkward.
humor though, dude.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't
No,
get his humor,
no.
man.
He's
like,
a genius.
dude, that dude's fucking cool as fuck. I like this shit.
You know what I just noticed? I was looking at the whiskey bottles over there earlier. We got 2 different bottles of Buffalo Trace.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah. There's one right by Alex's head,
So,
and then there's the one next to the Jim Beam bonded.
That's a big ass head because you can't see it.
Well,
Oh, my bad.
that's what she said.
yeah. Alex's head. No, but they're the same.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have 2 bottles of Buffalo Trace.
Oh, and they're
Yeah.
both open.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you like 2 different bottles. Like they're like 2 different types of bottles.
No. They're both the same. We have two bottles. They're both open.
Oh,
I don't know
We
why.
have 2 bottles.
You know what? I know why.
Why?
Because one of them I think I brought from home. That's the one that Juan gave me. Was probably the one that has less, or the one that has more. I should say.
Our collection's getting ridiculous.
No, it needs to be more. So we'll grab another if we have to. We'll grab another shelf and we'll put it going this way.
You know what we'll have to do?
For
We'll have
that
to go to
picture.
swap meet and buy a legit like wood shelf.
Yeah, because this one's kind of sagging. Like I'm looking at the shelves.
It gets
and I'm
kind of
like,
heavy on the.
What about a
yeah.
China cabinet? Probably not, huh?
No.
You can't really see the bottles through a China.
No, with the lights it would be all.
You have to get a
yeah.
display cabinet if you want that. It'll be all glass.
I would rather
Well, we
just
had
do
to
a
have
fucking
the
bookcase.
what's the big guy here?
A big old bookcase,
Yeah,
a wooden bookcase.
yeah, that'd be better. Yeah.
The only thing
Because it's like look at that one shelf, but the fucking
In the middle?
yeah, it's like and it's not even that many bottles on there. Even the one above that, like there's less bottles on there, and that one's sagging too.
We gotta find a purpose for the empty ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what could help. What could help though is you put a metal plate.
Oh yeah.
I could probably get a metal plate from work. A couple of metal plates, and it won't bend. I mean, you probably get like a quarter-inch.
I don't know if that would help.
That would help. Quarter-inch plate.
Yeah, I guess
That's all it takes.
I mean, pretty heavy, but it's still it won't bend it.
It's
I mean,
freaking
It's steel.
Yeah, this is a freaking plastic thing. We ended up getting it just because it was like, oh, we should probably do something with this because our
We didn't
table
have
over
any,
there,
yeah.
our
We're
table over
getting
there was
full.
getting like ridiculous.
Yeah, I
and we're
know.
like,
Yeah.
we gotta find a way to like, so we'll look to do them. We'll reorganize them. Like it's one of those things is we just grab them and then we put them back. Like we
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
really organize them.
I love how like we talk about shit we're gonna do on the podcast while we're on the podcast. It's like shit we gotta do like
afterwards.
let's go have some drinks somewhere and talk about this stuff and strategize.
No,
We do it on here.
no.
We're like, no, we're just letting you guys know.
Just on the fly.
Put your input.
Let us know.
Yeah, that's important. I guess
Suggestion box down
I
below.
think we should get the spraying and stuff.
it's important that we have two different bottles of Buffalo Trace.
Pretty cool.
I don't know why the fuck we have two different bottles of Buffalo Trace. Maybe we'll try them side by side and see if they're any different.
Ah, that's a good idea.
I don't know.
But maybe it's a different barrel that we got.
Oh, it definitely is. It definitely is.
And maybe that's pretty good idea.
They're probably the same. I mean, these guys are gonna, I mean, think about it. These guys, like, they take different barrels and they blend them together so that they put out a consistent product.
Mm.
I would imagine
Yeah,
these are dudes that just drink whiskey, like, they will taste whiskey all day, so they would know.
Connoisseurs.
Yeah, they would know how to do it. Like, plus, the mash bill's the same. The only slight difference is obviously would probably be in the barrels, depending.
Location of the barrel in the warehouse.
Yeah, yeah. That makes a huge difference.
It
Yeah.
really does.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it'll be interesting. That's one we can try for sure.
That is pretty. Yeah,
It's a good idea. Plus, Buffalo Trace is delicious.
it really is. Dude, I'm so stoked about this whiskey, dude. I just can't
It's
have
really
enough of it, and I'm afraid I'm gonna have a little too much of it.
I've intentionally been like kind of really just chilling and not because it's good, but I don't want to like go overboard because yeah, it's not that kind of.
Well, if you don't mind, I'm gonna have some more.
I don't mind at all, dude. I mean,
That shit's already halfway, man.
It's pretty good, huh?
It is.
Yeah,
man.
that's-
It's
That's our
delicious.
grading skill right there.
Huh?
That's our grading skill.
That's how we know how good it is.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
When we look back at the bottles, we're like, whoa.
That's what I was telling Jazz. That's what I was telling Jazz at El Cerrito, because they had the Russell's Reserve, their store pick.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another thing I forgot to. Good thing I brought that up because that reminded me of what I wanted to talk about, and I forgot last week. So I'm doing this.
Oh yeah.
So I was telling him like because he recommended a different like Irish whiskey, and then I remembered because he told me about the Russell's Reserve, their store pick. I was like, dude, we fucking emptied that bottle. Like that shit was just gone. That I was like, that very rarely happens. So fucking kudos to you.
For
So-
real.
So I got curious, and I was like, okay, what would it take for Alex to have a fucking barrel pick, right? So what this means is you can go to the distillery and say, hey, I want to do a barrel pick. I want to buy a whole barrel.
Wow.
So what that consists of is you'll go there and you'll try different barrels.
Mm-hmm.
And then what'll happen is you'll say, you'll try 6, 7 different barrels and you'll say, this is the barrel I like, this is the one I want. That's what they'll say. It's like, okay. So you want to buy this barrel. Cool. The distillery cannot sell directly to you.
What?
So it would go through your
broker?
distributor. It would go through your distributor,
Uh-huh.
and basically what you're doing is you're paying for retail price, basically for the bottles, and you'll probably end up with quite a few bottles.
Yeah.
The price I think they're talking about is typically anywhere from 5 to 10,000.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Depending on, because it's that many bottles.
Barrel, right?
Yeah, it's a whole barrel.
Yeah.
And what they'll do, so a lot of them they'll have like a sticker. Some of them will have like a little plaque. They all have like a different way of designating, like this is, Alex's barrel pick or whatever.
That's cool.
And you get to design or whatever, put whatever you want on there, right? And then what they do is they box them all up, they palletize them,
Mm-hmm.
and they put the barrel on top of the pallet, and you get to keep the barrel too.
That's
awesome.
I was gonna say you could fucking mount just like the back end of it where it has your name on it or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That should be fucking pretty legit.
That would be a badass like birthday gift, or like at a wedding, like buy your own barrel. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
have
that's
that for
fucking.
like a wedding.
And then just have no
Just
bottles.
have no fucking
That's
bottles.
not equivalent shit.
Yeah,
dude.
that's how you
Yeah.
know shit.
I bought this shit.
Yeah.
Fuck dinner.
Because they used to have, like, I saw that at Costco a while back, where they had a Jack Daniels barrel, and you could buy a Jack Daniels barrel, and like it was literally like a barrel.
Empty though, or full of whiskey.
I think it was. They might have had the same thing where it's like you buy the barrel, but it's
The
like
bottle.
the product of whatever that barrel is. But they actually had the barrel there. So yeah, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that you actually get to keep the barrel too.
That's
So I'll have to ask Jazz what he does with his barrels.
That's going on my bucket list.
Yeah. That would be pretty badass. Like, that part would be like the barrel is the fucking is cool. I think obviously the cool part would be the experience of going to the distillery, talking to distillers, like getting to know like what you like, why you like it, and and getting to pick your own barrel, like, and then you get
Which guy's Jazz?
the younger guy.
Okay, then that's who was there. Was Jazz there when you bought your Pliny? Yeah, that's who it was. He's a cool guy, cool cat.
Yeah, the younger guy with the least heavy accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
super least.
Yeah.
Who's this dude?
The guy from
Cerritos.
El Cerrito Liquor.
El Cerrito Liquor.
Yeah.
Corona. It's a good spot, dude. You should check it out.
Yeah,
Great selection of beers, great selection of liquors.
It's impressive because you look at it from the outside and you're like, oh, okay. But then you walk in and you're like, oh shit. And then you walk in and then you're like, oh shit.
Yeah. No, when you walk in, you're like, but even when you walk in, it's like it's not overwhelming. But when you walk towards the back, though,
Especially if you're like just the beer selection. Like, there's just so many
the
beers.
walk-in
It's just,
fridge.
have you ever been to there's a liquor store, well, it's a liquor warehouse, actually, and then it's off of Foothill, and I want to say it's past Milliken. So you go down Foothill, past Milliken, there is a liquor store
In Ontario?
in Ontario, and it's just a plain old liquor store. It looks like a plain old liquor store, but once you go in and you want to buy liquor, you go down the stairs, the cellar, and dude, the fucking cellar's full of fucking liquor.
No, I never heard of that place.
What's
it called?
Full.
What's it called?
Dude, I can't remember.
We should go
Man.
check it out.
But I'll work right there, but I'll go down there and get the fucking the address and I'll send it to you guys. But that shit's fucking legit, dude. Like, dude, it's like when you go downstairs, dude, it's huge. It's like maybe I don't know, almost like the size of like a CVS. Yeah, it's big down there. It's like
The cellar itself
the
is
cellar.
that big.
Yeah, it's big.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck. Is it like the size of the Indiana Jones warehouse where they store the Ark
The Ark of the Covenant.
Ark of the Covenant?
It's about the same size.
It's about the same size as that?
But it's huge. It's pretty big. Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah, it's impressive how much of a selection like they can fit in such a small place. Like La Bodega has a pretty good
So, but
selection.
yeah, and that's a small place.
And that's pretty
That
small.
is-
that's
yeah,
very
small
small.
place. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I want to say it's like triple that size.
Well, picture like so El Cerrito's probably El Cerrito might even be a little bit smaller, but
well,
you
to
actually
your guess, what was the square footage? What would you say?
Oh man,
What was the bodega?
Smaller than La Bodega?
smaller
The bodega is
Yeah,
what?
I
Maybe
would
1,200 square feet?
probably.
I would
Right?
say, I would say,
You know, your typical house, whatever.
so I would say maybe
Probably like
900.
800, 900, yeah. It's
Oh
pretty.
wow.
But the thing is like the section in the back, like the fridge, you can walk in, and
Oh wow.
but
It's large.
it's crowded. Like it's like
Yeah.
you could walk in, but like you're still crowded because there's so much different beers in there.
Oh, so you're like walking through fucking aisles of beer.
Pretty much, yeah. Like
Okay.
there's
Not,
just like
not even aisles.
it's like
It's
well,
like
it's
a
like
maze of beer.
It's like
It's a
it's like a rectangle, and in the middle section there's beer. So like you can walk around it, but
You're
like
surrounded
there's
by
no
beer.
section where you can walk, and there's no beer either in front or behind you.
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Right on.
Great selection too.
That's cool. That's real cool.
The liquor selections. I would say maybe for liquor selection, La Bodega probably has a little bit like bigger liquor selection.
It depends on the type of liquor.
Right.
And like for whiskey, I don't know, man.
I would say La Bodega has a.
Yeah,
bigger
they
whiskey
have.
selection.
Yeah, they do.
They do. They have a bigger whiskey selection. But for
But-
beer and stuff like that,
Yeah, for beer, hands down,
Hands
El
down.
Cerrito gets them.
oh, they get down, dude. 'Cause I would say the liquor section is the beer section of La Bodega, right?
Yeah,
And then and vice versa.
yeah, they're kind of flipped around. Like I did notice that, like you know how like where the whiskey section is, like how there's a wall.
Yeah.
But you can actually, if you go around, you can go around behind that, and they have
Yeah.
like some crazy tequilas in there that
They
like
do.
I've never heard of or seen. They're all dusty and shit, but it's like they're like cool looking. They're like,
They're cool looking, obviously expensive because they're dusty as fuck.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's a cool bottle. Never mind.
Yeah. Well, the really cool ones are the ones that he has. Did you see the one he had by the register?
No.
He had a heavy Trump's number 3 here in the by the register.
How much does that go for?
Over a couple, like 22, 2300. Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Well, he has some like
Yeah.
pretty hard to get stuff, and it's cool to go in there and look because he has like he gets different stuff,
Mhm.
but he also gets like like I was talking to him about Irish whiskey because I asked him for another recommendation for like Green Spot. He recommended Redgrass 12, and I was like, well, because I looked and they didn't have it.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I have some, but I have the cast strength. I'm like, oh, I've never seen that.
Dude, those liquor stores in San Diego, I'm telling you, I forgot what it was called. Damn it. I can't remember the name of the liquor store, but their liquor selection is insane.
There's another one that I want to go to in Orange. I think it's like going towards Orange County. There's another one I found that I have to look into. But anyway, I was talking to him, and the thing is like it's cool when you can walk in one place like that and talk to somebody about it, because like the guy knows, like they do.
Oh,
They
yeah.
do store picks. So that's another thing, and like the store picks, the 1792 cast string, that was a store pick,
Yeah.
and the Russell's Reserve was a store pick.
Mhm.
And I noticed that they have a couple of different ones. Like they have, they recently did a couple of different ones. I know that he had a Jefferson's and a Knob Creek. That's what I was thinking. And I had the Knob Creek, but I was like I'm just getting the Irish because like we have a ton of bourbons.
I gotta ask the guys at La Bodega if they have their own pick. Be interested to find out.
I would be surprised if, well, they may not. It depends. I think this dude moves enough whiskey that he does it. Maybe for them, they just have more of a selection, but it's not as convenient because they don't move it much.
Maybe,
Who knows? It'd definitely be a thing to ask.
maybe their beer is their cash crop and the whiskey's just like for shits and
His
gigs.
passion
Their
project. Yeah, maybe. It's
Sauces,
possible.
milk and butter. The whiskey's passion.
So they get a lot of craft beer.
Oh yeah.
Tons.
Yeah.
Tons. So when I ordered this at La Bodega, they never heard of it. They had to look it up. Even Mike, the owner dude,
Yeah.
he had to look it up too, look for it. And I was talking to the guy when I picked him up, and I was like, yeah, it's like we're big fans of Nikka coffee thing. And I was like, if you like Nikka coffee, he's like, yeah, so I like Nikka coffee, it's one of my favorites. I was like, well, this one's a little smokier. He's like, well, then yeah, I probably would like this one. He's like, I need to try it.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
You got the hiccups?
Dude, I can't shake this shit off.
No?
Fuck.
Hold your breath for like 5 minutes.
Like 5 minutes. Like 5 minutes.
Hold
Yeah.
your breath.
Well, the one was not gonna work. You know, all the 5 minutes.
If you do for
Alright,
four,
play back
you're
for the rest of
spaced
the
out,
episode.
dude.
if you do it for 4 minutes, you're no.
Yeah.
I just cut off for the rest of the episode.
4 minutes, 45 seconds? No, you're still gonna have. It's gonna be 5 minutes at least.
And 5 lim-
At
At
least.
least.
That's how good the whiskey is. You got the hiccups. Look at that.
I know, dude.
You're like Pinocchio.
That never really
Yeah.
happens. This time it happened.
got
You know what, dude? I honestly haven't caught a buzz yet.
No? It's because you're Japanese, though. That's in your blood.
Yeah, it's just like water. It's just water. It's just water. No, for real.
Oh, you did ice it, though, too.
Yeah. Well, not just that, but it's a pretty high proof. It's higher proof than I expected.
It's delicious.
It's good, though.
Did you turn off your mic? Why?
Well, he doesn't want to fucking.
Yeah, the one.
Just
Because I don't want to fucking hiccup on the fucking mic. That's
Yeah.
why.
Okay. Then no.
See? I can't stop.
I'm telling you, 5 minutes.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Hey.
Puff Daddy over here.
Yeah, Puff
No,
Daddy.
Take that.
That off for life. Oh, fuck.
Drink more whiskey. Drink more
Just
whiskey.
drink more whiskey, bro.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Stick your thumb up your
Fuck.
butt.
Oh.
And drink water. Alright, that works too.
Water upside down.
Fuck, válgame Dios. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, dude, I can't imagine like you're halfway through a sip of whiskey and then you have a fucking hiccup.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
yeah.
you'll probably die.
Oh, that's true. Fuck that.
Yeah, that probably would not be a good feeling.
Not a good time.
No. Oh man.
I hope this shit just don't fucking just sneak up on me and fucking
It probably will.
like Mike Tyson punch out just come up out of nowhere.
Dude, like when we went to the fucking
Like, wake
whiskey
up,
Wonderland,
bitch.
that shit fucking snuck up on me. It
Did
didn't,
it?
I was fine until we got
That's cool.
outside. Once we got outside, I was like, oh shit. Like it hit.
Yeah, it just
I don't
hit you.
know. I don't know if it was the fresh air, I don't know what it was, but it was like, oh
Yeah.
You know what
oh,
did that shit
Whoa.
to me pretty bad was fucking wine.
yeah.
Wine.
Dude,
Wine.
I had a shitload of fucking bottles, right?
bottles.
Yeah, shitload of fucking just
Different.
collecting them, right? Just
Oh,
getting them.
I thought
right?
you like multiple bottles you had.
Like
in
you
one
No.
day.
But dude, I was at like one bottle a day, right?
Yeah.
For like a couple of weeks. And then I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna start cracking the second one, dude. And I started fucking drinking the second one. Drinking 2 bottles a fucking day. I was like, dude, I was like getting fucked up. I'm like, fuck.
Getting microwave.
Dude, hell yeah, dude.
Did you cry?
Huh?
Was
No.
your mascara running?
No.
Then you didn't get white
no.
girl.
Yeah, no, I didn't. But that shit was getting fucking expensive too.
Yeah.
Because I ran out.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I was like, fuck. I ran out. I was like, okay. Because, I'm seriously, dude, I couldn't even hold where I keep all my liquor and all my shit at, right? It's probably, I don't know, about as much as that, right? And, dude, I fucking polished it all out. Yeah, dude. I couldn't fit anything anymore. So I'm like, I had to start drinking it. I'm like, I want to go to waste. I'm like, that's a perfect alcohol.
Yeah.
Who's the fuck in the right mind would let that shit go to waste?
There
Yeah.
are starving children in Africa
I know.
that can't have wine.
You know?
sober children.
So,
Listen to this. This is one of my favorite videos of all time. Well, not of all time, but it's pretty freaking hilarious. Let it. Oh.
You were in the projects just now. What are you talking about home? Don't lie to me. Where did you just come from? From the projects. Yes. Well, what are you doing? The tobacco? Yes. You sure? Sure. Well, look, you call me Poppy again? Can you call me that? Poppy again.
It's Van.
Oh gosh!
Oh my god.
Imagine being that scared that you're calling the officer Poppy
yeah. Fuck.
or Daddy.
Ah,
Sorry, Daddy. I mean, officer.
I mean, puppy.
Puppy.
Smoking the tobacco.
I still got the tobacco.
Oh, dude. Hey, so which part of your family? Your dad said family's Japanese, right?
Yeah. My great grandfather was full Japanese.
I always wondered because your last name's Kazama, and I was like, never heard that.
It's actually supposed to be Kazana.
Kazana.
Kazana with the N.
Somebody misspelled it.
And then my great grandfather changed it when he went to Sinaloa.
Mhm.
And then when he lived in Sinaloa, of course he met somebody and then
Yeah.
like
Of
course.
a fucking litter of kids.
No
and shit.
racist Mexicans, bro.
Nope. And then
That's how you know we're not racist. We can't be racist.
no. No, we can't.
We come in different shades.
It's very, very fucking true. Very true.
Come in different shades.
Yeah, and then there were farmers or whatever. Yeah, there were farmers over there.
So if I got Mexico, Mexican out, I'll add it now.
Yeah.
Lime.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We put an M in it, and then because that makes sense. But
So it's because do you guys have family in Japan?
yes, there actually is there's a clan. I looked up a couple of years ago. There's a clan.
Is it the Foot Clan?
That's why I said Foot Clan. That's why I said Foot Clan. But there's a clan of my last name in there. But yeah, it's there's family over there, and I got family in Arizona, New Mexico, and of course here.
What part of Arizona?
I don't know. I just
Right there near the beaches.
Sorry. Yeah, the beaches of Arizona.
Yeah, the beaches in Arizona.
I love the waves out there. The heat waves.
Yeah,
The heat waves.
But,
Oh, dude, but you know what? Bisbee, Arizona is paradise. I guess.
Is it?
Oh, bro. The weather's like perfect year round. It's like in the 70s and stuff. And also like it's historic. So there's like a lot of historical buildings out there. There's a mining town. It's a copper mining town. So
Bixby?
Bisbee.
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 I thought it was like Clayton Bixby.
Yeah.
Yeah, the black white supremacist.
It's Bisbee Bone. No, it's a really cool town. It's like being transported back in time. Speaking of Clayton Bigsby, I commented on Joby's post, and nobody liked my comment.
No,
I think they were afraid to comment on it.
it was they were too scared. The white privilege was too
What
strong.
was the comment?
So
If you don't want me
I'll-
asking.
I don't.
What was that?
That's me. That's me.
Oh,
That was me.
Shit.
So it was a post about how supposedly Hispanics and blacks
oh yes.
we breathe in
More pollution,
pollution
than white people.
White people.
Because there's more of us?
Wow.
Did you put that?
Well,
No,
no, I didn't.
because Clayton Bixby was like, why no?
Why no?
Breathing up all the vitamins there.
And of course, it was mostly white people, and they're commenting. Nobody liked my comment. I was like, why are you scared?
Oh,
It's
grow a pair.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I'm a person of color. I commented. It's okay.
It's alright. It's okay. That's okay. Because I'm colored. That's it.
Colors.
When I'm just a boy, a white boy, it's fine.
I can't find this post.
I have it right here.
Oh, you have it? Oh, there you go. There you go.
Latinos and blacks breathe 40% more pollution than whites. And then the post was Clayton Bixby. Just having breathing up all the white men.
This shit is legit, man.
I mean, that's the first thing I thought of when I saw the article.
Did you really?
I was like, breathing up all the white men there.
40%. So we breathe 40% more pollution than whites. That's California study.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
But probably from working harder. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Could be.
I don't know.
Could be. You know.
Oh, that's crazy.
You know, if Alexander Ocasio does pass this, I mean, because mostly Hispanics and blacks who work harder, I guess. So does that mean white people get like all the free monies or?
Free monies. Yeah, that's true.
I guess that's what that means, yeah.
Because that's what the article is pretty much saying. We breathe harder.
Yeah, we breathe more. So.
We breathe more. That was a funny.
That was good, man. That was good.
I can't stop. Won't stop.
That's good shit.
Dude, I'm
Bad boy
I'm
for life.
like you right now, bro.
Feel like puppy right now.
That's fucking good as fuck.
Take that.
That vanilla,
I thought I told you that we won't
that
stop.
vanilla taste, dude, is just like, wow. That's really fucking good.
After a while, yeah, it does start.
Dude, you can start like breaking it down.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I think the fact that it lingers so long.
Yes,
Yeah.
right. Just stays in. It's really good. Like you said, like that minty, like
The wintergreen
the
kind of-
wintergreen taste, but not. It's just like it just stays there that long. You know.
Yeah.
Just to think about that. You know, when you take that.
It's funny because it's like because of that finish part, like it's refreshing, which is weird because it's like you don't think of like whiskey being it's refreshing.
No,
like,
you
Summer
expect
whiskey?
the bite. I don't know. I expect the bite.
dude,
The summer
Yeah, I
whiskey.
don't know.
You know?
highball with this might be.
Oh
delicious.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
The Toki. You know what? I was thinking even a 38 special would be good with this because it's smokier than the Nikka coffee grain.
Yeah, very good. I actually heard somebody talking about making an old fashioned with Irish whiskey. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know about
Would
that.
it still be an
I'm
old
not
fashioned
really a
though?
fan of it.
No,
No.
No.
At that point, you can't call it an old fashioned at that point.
it just seems like way too much fuckery for like it seems like for an Irish whiskey. Like I'm thinking like, I mean even doing it with like tealing, it's just so light and so delicate. Like the flavors are just so like I don't think they would stand up as well.
No, because they're. I don't want to say they're subtle, but they're not. They don't really stand out that much to where they would hold up well in the
Yeah.
cocktail.
I know that's why. See, and that's why I like my old fashions with the rye because it's like they stand up to the ice, they stand up to bitters, definitely stand up to sugars.
Mhm.
You know.
The flavors there, the notes are still there. It's not masked.
You know that the Irish, when they play golf, the reason why they play golf is because of the whiskey bottle, right?
That one?
Because there's 18 shots in a whiskey bottle of 750.
Is it the Irish or the Scots?
Scotch.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, Scotch.
So that's why they did 18 holes.
That's why they did 18 holes.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. That's
Dude, that's for one person though.
That's
gonna be
7.
trash like halfway through.
Dude,
Yeah.
dude, I have to drink after the 9th hole, bro, or else my fucking game sucks. My game sucks already, but like it starts to really go bad.
But you start having more fun.
Yeah, it's like, oh fuck.
I think it's more there to cope with the depression of how bad you suck.
Yeah.
at golf.
Yeah, right.
That's a consolation prize. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
That shit's fucking.
So yeah, so 750 milliliters.
we gotta try
right?
that. We should try that.
Dude, I'm waiting for you to fucking let
We
me
should,
go
we should
play,
try that.
motherfucker.
We should try that.
Dude, I'm terrible at golf, but I'm willing to try it. Like
That's fine.
I've
Can we
gone-
do it with miniature golf?
No one lets you drink there.
go to Castle Park.
Hey,
Hey, it will.
hey,
I mean, they would know about it.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
are you seriously gonna ask them for permission?
I know, right?
No, what?
Dude, he's smoking fucking,
Oh,
he's smoking weed and drinking before we're 18.
They're closing Scandia. Did you hear about that?
I don't know if they're
No.
closing it. I heard they sold it, but I don't know if they're closing it.
No, the article said they
They're
sold
gonna
it
close
and they're
it.
just not reopening as Scandia.
Really?
Oh.
Wow.
Oh,
I never
okay.
been there. By the way.
I've been there like.
They have a batting cage and all kinds of stuff.
Do they have a golf course?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go there before they close it.
Let's go get trash.
Let's go get trash.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm gonna tell you this right now because I do this a lot. Because I'll go drinking with my kids and stuff and whatever because the wife would drive.
Yeah.
And we'll go miniature golfing because Castle Park.
Yeah.
You know, and then fucking Castle Park fucking miniature golf sucked. It's all fucked up. Like the
Oh,
carpet's
yeah.
all fucked up, right?
Even the
Actually, if
clubs
you go over there, Scandia, it's actually decent fucking
Is it really?
decent playing, yeah.
You know where I used to go play
Just take your own
miniature
golf club, bro.
Yeah. Where I used to go play miniature golf a long time ago. We lived in Whittier. I used to go to golf and stuff in
Oh
Dallas.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
That was a
Really
pretty
nice.
good one.
There's a pretty cool place in
I
OC
was there
too,
like
up to 91.
maybe 9 or something.
Another cool place is out in Temecula. There's like a theme park, not theme park. It's kind of like the Castle Park. They have like go-kart racing and miniature golf, laser tag.
Where?
In Temecula?
And did they have that shit over there? Fucking Scandia too. They have a little. I mean, it's not. They have a go kart, but it's not that crazy.
I went with my nephews and we did the laser tag. It was pretty fun.
Laser tag is pretty cool. Have you been to was it Boomers? Over off of what's it
Off
called?
of the 10 by Montclair.
Montclair, yeah, that's it.
It's either I was getting confused.
Montclair,
Montclair and
Claremont.
Claremont.
Yeah.
I was like, you guys are
Montclair.
dicks. They're right next to each other.
They are right next to each other. Whose brand deal was this?
Yeah, fucking dicks. I was like, dude, this is confusing. What the fuck?
Maybe they did that for that very reason.
Yeah.
Just confuse these fucks.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. The Boomers, they have fucking a nice little course right there.
I used to work out towards that way.
Yeah.
I worked at the Pomona Indoor.
So you know they have this thing with and bring up boomers. They have this thing of at Speed Zone in City of Industry, where they have the go karts and shit, and they have like the fucking the drag strip and like they have a bunch of shit there.
Yeah.
But they have a thing where like if you get their annual pass, which is it's pretty cheap, like because otherwise you have to pay per like track that you go on. But if you get the annual pass, it also applies to boomers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I haven't been to boomers. I don't know if it's any good.
I went to what's that
That's not bad.
indoor racing place? Is it K1?
Yeah,
K1.
K1 Speed.
That's just fucking legit.
It's pretty fun.
It's legit, but it's pretty pricey.
It is pricey.
Yeah.
It's
What?
fucking pricey.
Went for my nephew's birthday.
Yeah, it's just pricey.
It's just dope.
Yeah, you probably only have like 10 kids, bro. Maybe.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like you're limited.
Yeah.
You're limited. It's just expensive.
No, it was pretty fun though. I mean, there was only there was 4 of us that went, and it was just fun racing. And like I feel bad. So not really though, because some of these kids are driving really slow. I'm like, what?
They're fucking ludicrous.
Blue
Blue bitch, get out the way.
I don't feel bad at all. So one of the
I don't know that at all.
So
Like,
what-
move, motherfucker.
so one
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
So one of the times, so one of my buddies, Brian, he used to he had a supermoto bike. So basically, what they do
Yeah.
is they take dirt bikes. They basically configure them for like street,
What's up?
like they put like street tires on them, and then they'll race them on go kart tracks. So there was one towards like I want to say like Apple Valley or something like that, like out that way in the high desert. And there was a go kart track, and we went to go take pictures of them, and they had rental carts there.
Yeah.
So like, but other kids went there, and they would take like their racing carts that like their super rich parents bought for them because those shits are expensive, and they like race around the track. So I was like, all right, cool. So I was like, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm out here taking pictures, like it's hot as fuck. I might as well get on the fucking rental cart. So
Yeah.
they take out the rental cart. It's kind of beat up, but it's a rental cart. Like
Yeah,
it's
right.
not the fucking
It's not a good-
latest
Yeah, what do you
latest.
expect?
No.
It's a rental.
Dude,
And there's this chick going, there's this little girl going around the fucking track and everything, and I mean her cart is fast because hers it's one that's like a legit cart.
yeah, competition.
Custom made.
And I went around the track probably like 3 or 4 times. I'm like, all right, like you kind of like memorize like where to turn, like where you can go fast or whatever.
Right.
I'm like, all right, it's time to lay this
How to
shit on.
drift.
Yeah, I was like, it's time to lay this shit on, right? So she's like ahead of me, like way ahead of me.
Yeah.
And like, I'm just like, every lap I'm getting like closing in. And then I just fucking blow past her on fucking one of the straightaways. And then my buddy Dan's like, dude, like, you fucking like trolled that kid. I was like, dude, like, I'm in a fucking rental cart. Like, this thing is slow as shit. And I still beat her. I was like, she should quit.
Like, hang the towel, man.
Yeah.
You gotta get better.
Yeah, you got beat by a fucking fat guy in a rental cart. That's terrible. Just quit.
Take the L, bitch.
Yeah.
Fuck. That sucks, bro.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, she had a little racing suit on and everything.
Oh, yeah, I was legit, huh? I was like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah. You have a fucking Dickies and a t-shirt in a fucking rental cart with a fucking helmet I bought her. Probably had piojos in it and shit.
I was like, what the?
You can probably like you can spin out in those shits too, like fucking Mark.
Oh, dude, you
Yeah.
get fucked
You
up with those
fucked
bitches.
up.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can go out.
Dude,
Yeah.
you fucking rocked, man.
I got the hang of it after a while. I think I got like, the first race I got like second place. The second race I got second place, and then third race I got first place. And that was like my first time going. It was fun, dude.
Yeah.
You're going against like 6 or 7 year olds.
No, they weren't that young, dude.
There were 8.
Alright, my bad.
They were 9, Jake. They were 9. Alright.
Fucking, where'd you get your license at, you bitch? Move!
Fisher Price, my first license. Fuck out the way.
Yeah.
No.
Autotopia. What the fuck?
No, I bet you guys never played fucking Mario Kart. What the fuck is that?
What is that?
Exactly.
It was a mixed group.
Too
man.
young.
It was a mixed group. But the ones that were going super slow were younger kids. Like, you don't want to take around young kids there.
No, you don't. You
You
want.
don't.
You don't. want to take your younger kids over there unless they've been doing it for a while.
Well, I'll take that back. Maybe you do. Maybe they can get used to.
If they do like
California
quads, if they done quads and shit like that,
Yeah.
yeah.
If
You know what? Yeah.
If you really want to do some intense training for that, go to TJ.
Fuck that.
Go to Tijuana.
They
The
get
Tijuana
bad
streets.
shit.
My gosh, dude, that's like the ultimate expert level of like trying to drive. Oh my god, dude, I drive out there. I'm like white knuckling most of the time because there's lanes, but really there's
They're
no
suggested.
There's no
That's like
They're
that's like the
suggestions.
Philippines, dude.
They're
It's
suggested.
terrible out there.
Oh, is it?
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's so much traffic. But yeah, it's funny. Like when I went to China, we were getting driven around, and I was like, you know what? I was like, there's a stereotype that like Asian people are terrible drivers, but I haven't seen any accidents. And no sooner that I thought that I saw fucking 2 cars pulled over on the side of the road,
Jinx it.
and it was a Toyota Corolla that got in a fender bender with a Bentley. And I was like, dude, I would hate to be that guy right now.
Oh, fuck.
And I wonder how like the insurance laws work out.
I think they kill you on the side of the road.
So the Bentley driver gets to kill you.
Yeah.
Instantly dead.
Whose car's
Instantly
worth
dead.
more?
Yeah, and then he gets to kill you. Maybe even half your family.
But no, like if that was really the law, you'd think they would drive a lot more careful.
I don't know. Maybe it is because I didn't see any accidents.
But then again,
until
they do live in a country that's isn't it communist, kind of, sort of. But right now
yes,
it's like
yes and no.
yes and no,
Yeah,
right? Like
they've shifted a little bit more towards
have
capitalism, but to benefit the
Hmm.
government. Like there's, now that they've loosened that up, like people are making some money. So
right.
yeah.
Like in North Korea, I was reading a book how like people would, it was all about communism this and that, and everybody was all about it. But then after a while, during the famine, like people were starting to sell stuff, and like the government would turn a blind eye just because they saw like people would like.
Well, that's what happens in Cuba. Cuba's the same way.
Yeah.
Like they have like their little side businesses, and it's funny because there's actually 2 different types of currency there in Cuba, which I have a friend that went not too long ago. And they basically tell you, like, look, like, you get, like, when you go there, you can exchange your currency for, like, basically the foreign currency. And
Yeah.
then they have, like, the domestic currency that, like, only people that are there get somehow.
So wait, so there's a foreigner Cuban currency, and
Yeah.
there's a local
Yeah.
Cuban
Yeah.
currency. So it's not like, so when you say like foreign currency, current currency, I thought like American dollars.
No,
But
no.
you're talking about this. It's totally
It's theirs, but it's like they only give it to foreigners.
Oh, okay. So there's real money and then there's monopoly money.
Yeah.
Which is the Cuban.
Yeah, they're
There's the monopoly
theirs,
money.
there's
The coupons.
Yeah, there's the monopoly money. For sure.
Please redeem.
Coupons.
IOUs. These are good as well. These are just good.
This is good for one massage.
Yeah.
These are
This is for a
good.
back rub.
Yeah, these are as good
You
as
know those things you give out in Valentine's Day. Speaking of which is coming up next week.
Yeah, no shit.
And now that I'm older, I'm like, screw going out on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, because that's some
that's
dumb
ridiculous.
shit.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
packed and it's overpriced.
Okay,
Always.
look, you say that, but I had tickets to the fucking Muay Thai thing and nobody fucking wanted to go. So, I know that Carlos, Eddie, and I know that fucking we're not with because we're going. I don't know about the rest of you guys.
Well, it's the day of Valentine's Day?
No, it's on the weekend. It's on the 16th.
Yeah, no. See,
See, that whole weekend, like, see, you're.
if it was Valentine's Day, I'm talking about Valentine's Day.
Yeah, but that's like on a fucking Tuesday.
It's a Thursday.
Whatever. I'm saying the fucking.
No, but it's stupid.
That
It's
weekend.
dumb fucking a holiday. I mean, give me
Okay.
a fucking break.
Right.
It's a stupid ass shit.
No, but
I don't
still,
give a fuck. That's a dumb ass
It doesn't
fucking
matter.
holiday,
It doesn't
bro.
matter what day it falls on.
I don't give a fuck.
People still go out.
Yeah,
and
because
party.
they're
weekend.
fucking stupid. They're been into that fucking
People still
bullshit.
go
That's
out.
just dumb.
Whether it falls during the week,
That's
during
just
the weekend.
dumb. That's
When
just
we were
fucking
younger,
dumb,
well,
bro.
my dumbass self, during the whether it was during the week, it was like,
Oh, let's go. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Fucking wait 4 hours.
We
Take
never
some
know,
snacks.
Shit. Fuck that.
But I mean, I don't know if the weekends would be super busy. You think it's be busy?
Yeah, why
Fuck
not?
yeah.
Yeah.
Think so?
Oh hell yeah.
Dude, come on,
Oh,
man.
Of course.
Dude, there's some self-righteous fucking broads out there that all they're gonna fucking do is give a fuck about who's gonna spend on how much are gonna spend on them.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, man? I want to spend $125 on fucking roses?
I'm
Nah,
going.
fuck
We're going well watching on Sunday.
That's good.
Dude,
You can watch fat bitches on the time. It doesn't have to be for fucking violence.
I was just gonna say, like, there was this post about whale watching, and it was on San Diego Reddit. And they're like, if you want to go whale watching, just go to Santee, which is like more inland of San Diego, which is, I guess is like heavier people. Because if you're like out towards like the beach area, dude, like everybody's all about their fitness. You can go any day of the week to the gym and it's packed. And it's ridiculous how cool.
Well, dude, you're by the fucking beach, man.
I know, you gotta
have that
beach
body, dude.
Right.
I'm just saying.
I mean, there's
man.
homeless people that have like bitchin' bodies. I'm like, dude,
Well, yeah, because they're hungry.
It's not their six pack. They use their fucking ribs, bro.
Yeah.
they're on that whole 30. That whole 30,
Intermittent fasting.
Yeah, intermittent fasting, right?
I
It's like
know,
they eat
man.
4 to 2 hours because that's all they have fucking time
San
for.
Diego has a huge homeless problem, man. Like,
Fuck.
huge.
California does pretty.
Period. But let's let some more
I
people
mean,
in.
fuck. It's good weather. It's good weather.
Year round, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
besides right now, I mean, Chicago's getting rid of their fucking their bomb population, bro.
Yeah, that shit does by itself. It's natural there.
Rebecca had frost on her windshields like the past few days.
Oh, dude, see, yeah.
Huh?
I believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not
Yeah.
because it's been below freezing. I mean, they're talking about the snow level dropping to 2,000 feet.
Really?
Yeah, no
The,
way.
San Jacinto Mountains. Not San
Yeah.
Jacinto, not San Jacinto. The ones towards
Remember
Ortega Highway.
No.
Lake Elsinore.
Dude, yeah, in Lake Elsinore. Like a couple years ago, it fucking snowed. Like,
Right now,
Yeah.
it's snowed on.
Yucatan.
You-
Dude, Yucatan's not that fucking far. Calamasa, I mean, it's not that fucking
so
far.
yeah, they're gonna
Dude,
get
they're
some.
gonna get some snow,
But that
bro.
place gets snow often though. Like not often, but like more often than not.
Yeah, but you're not like in Big Bear or anything.
Yeah, it's gonna come down to 2,000 feet. Which,
Dude, that's
Oakland
fucking
got
bad.
snow.
Oh yeah. It's
Oakland
not
got snow. Like over Lake Elsinore area.
that happened a couple of years ago. I was like, oh shit.
And then I still hear in the fucking radio, right? Oh yeah, some places are still severe drought areas.
Really?
I'm like,
Get the
get
fuck outta here.
the fuck out of yeah, dude! I just heard that shit yesterday on the fucking news.
Here in
I was
Southern
like,
California?
Yeah, I'm like, get the fuck out of here with all this fucking rain that we've been getting,
Did you see Lake Matthews? I saw pictures of
dude.
Lake
It's
Matthews.
fucking full,
Dude, yeah.
dude.
That's great.
That's
That's
good.
fantastic.
That's awesome.
And
Well-
there's more rain coming.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the thing is, I drive by it all the time, and I went this past weekend, and I was like, oh shit, there's a lot more water there. Like,
Yeah, you can see it. You can see
Yeah.
it. That's the crazy thing about it. You can fucking see it.
Yeah.
It looks swimmable. Like, yeah, I would actually take a dip in there.
Yeah, it's not fucking all low and shit.
Dude, I gotta imagine the fishing there's gotta be pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Can you go fishing there?
No.
No, you can't. You
It's-
can't. But
it's
I do
stopped.
see. Sometimes I see.
Yeah,
people
yeah.
go in there and fish.
Really?
Dude, you probably
Yeah,
get
yeah,
some good ass
yeah.
fucking fish in there, man.
Yeah, dude. Because there's, I mean, even when it's low, there's water. So,
Yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
but, like, now when there's, like, a lot more, like, I gotta imagine.
Fishing must be good.
Probably pretty good.
What kind of
Yeah,
fish
yeah.
do they have in there? Cod? Catfish?
You know what? And it could be anything though, because I mean, so many birds and so many. I mean, because it carries in the birds. So all those
Wait,
eggs,
fish
and-
are
yeah,
carried in birds?
yeah, like the fish eggs and stuff are carried in birds.
Are they really?
That's how a lot of these lakes that are separated from like the ocean end up being in those fucking lakes.
Are you a scientist?
No,
Where are you getting your information from?
well, because I used to fish a lot.
The library?
No wonder I got big ass shit in my fucking
Look
truck.
at YouTube.
Yeah, but you'll see that though.
Really?
Yeah, man. So a lot of these ponds or lakes and so you see.
You ever watch those videos
Yeah,
of when they stalk the fucking lakes
Yeah.
from a plane?
Yeah.
Oh, that shit is hilarious. They're like, oh, it's less traumatizing for the fish. Like,
Yeah.
how?
Yeah.
The
I can't
fucking
fathom
and then those fucking lakes you gotta be careful because you gotta be I think you go that day they're jumping
Yeah.
fucking water. But like the next couple of days you gotta fucking really deep
Well,
dig your fucking
well,
your
no
hook,
shit. They're jumping. Like they just got jumped out of a fucking plane.
They're all
they're
stupid.
dropping
Yeah, they don't
cold ass
really know what
air.
the fuck.
They gotta acclimate to that fucking water.
Yeah.
It's like what the fuck?
yeah
Oh, it's like oh, it's water.
Alright, what's going on here?
yeah, but I mean
Can you imagine you're out there fishing and you fucking drop a fucking load of fish on you?
yeah, just put a net out there.
Look at that.
I got to. And you only could get so many. You
Yeah.
only could get so many.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How, like per tag.
Yeah.
Or-
No, just take home or whatever. I mean, it's so many fish you can take.
Yeah.
You know, unless you own your fucking own lake. Or
I haven't been fishing since I was a kid, man.
Dude,
Even
fishing-
that, even
Fish
that
is
was
fuck. I used to do it
Same.
in
We
graveyard.
should go. We should go soon. Take a bottle of whiskey.
Well, we were supposed to go fucking. I think Carlos had said something about like
Carlos is a
people at work were doing some kind of fucking deep sea fishing thing.
Yeah,
we were like, yeah, I want to go.
You guys want to get on that?
Well, yeah, we told
It
him.
wasn't canceled.
It wasn't?
Oh,
It was not canceled, dude. My well, he's not my manager anymore, but the manager that runs it.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, I'll get you guys spots like that.
well, next time.
Put a spot in for me and my pops.
Okay.
Possibly us.
Just all you gotta do is just let me know
Yeah.
spots. And I'll
You know
set
what?
it
Let's
up.
do it. Let's do it before it gets way too fucking hot.
Well,
like,
they set it up, and dude, it's all paid for, so you ain't gonna worry about that.
What do you mean?
All you gotta pay for is your bait and your shit that's on there, but the actual trip.
oh, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I was just worried about the weather.
Really?
The weather. Well, we usually do it when it's slow season for us,
Yeah.
and we get as many people as we can. And dude, a lot of people bail. A lot of people bail.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Well, we told Carlos last time we were like, yeah, dude,
Yeah.
we're all like a few
Okay,
a
you
few
know
of us
what?
were like, we're interested, and we were like, dude, like I'll go buy a fucking fishing pole, I mean, whatever.
All you gotta do is go when you get there. You get there early enough, or and go to the shop and then get all your stuff there. Right
Yeah,
now.
that's not a bad idea.
So
Nice.
I'm not very savvy when it
It's a
comes
half day.
to fishing. So what's a good pole and
Oh, dude, they give you all the shit, and they usually, if you get a good captain, they usually take you to a good spot where it's fucking popular with fishes
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And you go in there and you start just reeling it
can I put a request for Long John Silver?
in.
Because that dude's got fish for days.
Yeah, he does. There's loads of shops, homie. Just saying.
Okay, when is the last time you went to one of those motherfuckers?
Never.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's been like, I
I've
went to
been
one because I
once.
wanted to try it.
I went once.
I wanted to try it.
How was
it wasn't bad. It's like fish sticks.
It was like, you know what it was for? You
to
know,
me.
Did you say fish sticks or
Yeah,
fish
fish
dicks?
sticks.
fish dicks.
Fish sticks?
Damn.
Like whale penises.
What you gay?
Yeah, fish sticks.
Like a temperature.
Hey, people eat fucking bull balls and shit. Oh, it's an aphrodisiac.
Oh, you know what though? There's at Harris Ranch they have fucking Rocky Mountain oysters on the menu,
Do they?
and
Oh,
I went
that's
to.
nice.
I was there with like I think like 2 or 3 other dudes, and I was like, look, like,
I'm down.
are you guys down to try them? I was like, I'll order them, I'll pay for them, but you guys gotta be down to try them. And they were like, yeah, we're down. And then like right before they're like, no, I'll never do that shit.
I legit would be down.
Oh, yeah.
I like trying new foods.
Yeah. I mean, I would try it. Why not? I mean, and that's the
How about deer penis?
If it's good, yeah, why not?
They Asians do that shit.
Do they really? I
Yeah.
mean, it depends how it's prepared. Like,
Yeah, well, it's like
sauteed,
deep fried. and
deep
shit.
fried.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not, dude? Like,
You deep fry. You
Deep fried. Deep fried. It's fucking legit.
deep fried thing is pretty legit, I guess.
Yeah, I had deep fried alligator. That thing was delicious.
Dude,
I had alligator
alligator's
beef jerky.
good.
That shit was legit.
Yeah, it was a little fishy when I had it, but it wasn't bad.
It was actually a little bit more chewy than I thought.
Yeah.
It depends on
Because
how
it's
they make
fucking
it, though.
it's gamey. Yeah, like it's fucking.
It's not too. For me, it reminds
Jerky,
me kind
it
of like
is.
Jerky,
it was a mix between like chicken and fish. It was a
Jen
mix
said
of those.
Jen
for,
had
for myself. Yeah.
Jen went to Florida. She had frog legs.
I have
I love
frog
frog
You know what? I see.
So juicy.
You know, one time I saw frog legs at Stater Brothers. I was like, like not because of not because they're frog legs, but I was like, dude, who's buying this shit? Like nobody. Like how long has these things been here? Nobody's buying this.
Well, look, Stater Brothers,
Wow.
like they switch out their meats pretty.
They're pretty fresh.
Like
man.
if you go like
Stater
late at night,
Brothers.
late at night, if you go try to buy meat late at night, it's cheap as fuck because they're trying to move that
I
product.
get it, but like I'm talking about fucking frog legs, dude. Like that's
Yeah.
a lot of.
Yeah, it's not like
You
a
know?
delicacy that everybody wants. It's like, oh look, we're in California, right? And so we're like, oh, kind of salad meat.
But not
It's
just
all chopped
California,
up,
though.
right?
Like I
You know, and then you look at frogs. I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some fucking kind of salad
it
meat.
depends. We're in California though,
Yeah.
because if you're like in Calabasas area or like somewhere upscale,
I'm
they'll-
talking about
they'll-
I'm talking about the one right down the street from my house.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
no. Most people there would be like,
No fried eggs.
What do I do with
What the
those?
fuck?
Yeah.
oh, dude. So the bar I like to go to in San
I
Diego.
like to know though. Who the fuck is in that?
I
like
would.
to see
I
the
almost like.
guy. I like to see the guy. It's like, oh yeah, what the shit?
If I knew
I
that
used to
person-
work-
Oh shit, they got the front legs.
I used to work with a guy from Louisiana, and he was pissed one day. He's like, man, he's like, I've been to all these fucking grocery stores. He's like, none of them around here have turkey necks. I'm like, turkey necks. I'm like, of course they don't have that shit, dude. Like, what the? He's like, yeah, they have them fucking
I've
where I'm
had
from
chicken
all
neck.
the time. Yeah, apparently, you know who had them? I actually saw them, and I was like, this made me fucking think about it. Wincom.
Yeah, Winco has them.
Winco
Wincom had turkey
I can tell
necks.
you that,
Turkey
Yeah,
necks, really?
yeah, they had
Yeah,
turkey
they had
necks.
turkey necks.
Yeah,
I never had them, but I'm down to try those.
But turkey necks don't really have much meat.
they're probably. I mean, they'd be good as fucking a stew.
Chicken necks.
Yeah, in a stew.
Yeah.
But dude, it's you know what? I mean, my wife and I actually did the turkey for Thanksgiving for the family for the first time.
Was it oven or deep fried?
Oven, and she used everything.
Yeah, my mom does that.
Yeah, everything. Dude, my mom never done that, and she used everything. I mean, down from the gravy, the turkey gravy, to everything else, like the heart, the gizzard, everything. Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah, fucking sopa. Like my mom used to make us fucking sopa de fideo with gizzards and the hearts and the livers and shit. That's it. I was like, at first I was like, dude, that's gross. But then I tried it. I'm like, dude, that's actually pretty
Dude,
good.
I was not
The
grossed
first
out.
time I've eaten chicken hearts.
Yeah.
You know,
They're like-
And they're like this.
They're like
big.
this.
dude, when I
Yeah.
was with Ming,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With
Oh,
only
you're
Ming.
not Mexican then.
Dude, but still, fucking like hearts, dude.
Yeah,
Chicken
they're little-
hearts.
they're
Yeah, little
They're
hearts.
little
dude.
hearts, but they're so
Dude,
good though.
they're good. I was
Oh
like,
my
what
gosh.
the fuck?
I would take them out and I would eat them like little by little. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be interested in like
Yeah, like
the
2 or
muscle
3 bites and
structure.
shit,
Yeah.
Even
Oh,
though
this
you
is pretty cool.
pop it, they're like fucking the size of a gum, like a big gumball and shit.
Right.
It's-
Gizzards
Oh,
though,
yeah.
that's something like most people can handle gizzards.
No.
But the
No.
chicken
Well, because it's
gizzards,
fucking. I mean, it sounds gross. I mean,
but they're good though.
They're a little tough,
they're tough.
but that's the thing is they have to be prepared right because like in a soup, they're
Or like 3 and shit, you know? You don't fucking clean
That's
those
what
motherfuckers.
I
They're fucking gross.
can't even eat those.
You know what?
I
Like,
like
or lengua, like tongue.
Ooh.
I mean, that shit is fucking. I think that shit's fucking gross. I'm like, this motherfucker licks
Lengua.
assholes and shit.
Cows don't like assholes. Come on.
I don't give a fuck. They're fucking eating all kinds of shit off the
Motherfucker,
fucking
you never ate
floor.
booty before?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, shut the fuck
Okay then. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying though.
You
Like,
know, oh,
lengua,
Lengua.
lengua.
but
It-
see,
it
like-
depends who prepares it.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's it.
But
You
see,
guys
that's the
need to clean it.
I was telling my mom that about menudo. I was like, dude, I won't eat menudo anywhere else, and I haven't had it for years because like she used to make it, and like when she used to make it, like oh shit, you know, I would eat it for sure.
Yeah, right.
But it's like if you go somewhere and you don't know how the fuck like, 'cause it's
How good they
it's
clean it.
ridiculous. Yeah, you
You
don't
eat
know.
the trap, right?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Dude, no, my mom used to make it with like the different kinds.
Stomach
the
lining.
fucking so there was like there would be like the fucking one that looked like honeycomb. There was
Right,
the other one that looked like a bunch of little layers.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
And then there was like different ones, right? She would make all 3 of them, and then it was like, but she would clean the fuck
But
out
you
of
would
it.
clean it.
Yeah, she would.
And then you have to look at it when you buy it. Because sometimes, like my mom, she makes it every New Year's. And she's like, if it looks yellow, it's fucking dirty.
Yeah,
It has to be really white.
yeah.
Like really, almost.
If it's white, it's right.
It's right.
Take it back.
now that comment makes all sense. That
If
makes
it's
all
yellow,
sense.
farewell, fellow.
Yeah.
Farewell, fella.
Yeah, literally, dude. 'Cause you know what the fuck you would have that nasty ass shit in your soup, man.
Literally.
That's just fucking gross,
That
dude.
brings me back to that fucking that rice and that.
Oh, the pig belly?
Oh, but that's pork belly, dude. They
That's
sell
Pork
pork belly.
belly.
They sell pork belly at Costco.
That's different though. Pork belly is
Yeah.
like the outside, like the.
Yeah, what's wrong
Yeah,
with
no.
pork belly?
We're talking about.
Nothing's wrong with pork
Huh?
belly. That's just delicious.
Oh, I was
We're
gonna
talking-
say,
we're
like,
talking
fry
about-
that shit up. That shit is fucking
Talking
bomb.
about stomach lining, you know,
Yeah.
asshole.
Again,
It's not
the
asshole,
pork, you can eat everything. I mean, you eat everything off that motherfucker.
Even the ears,
Yeah,
the
dude,
snout,
that's just crazy.
That's not in pozole.
chest of
Oh.
pork,
Yeah.
just pork cheese, fucking head cheese.
That's just that shit's intimidating. I don't know. I don't know.
Dude, make some fucking some tortas out of that,
Ooh.
Okay.
or some tostadas.
Nah, have me
Tostadas with some beans. And
You wanna explain what tostadas are? Grandma, to your audience right now.
Tostada. People know what tostada.
I hope so.
Yeah, of course. If you don't know what tostadas are, don't watch our show.
You're not welcome.
You're not welcome.
So the bar that I'm going to, they have these things called Vigo balls. And they're basically cinnamon balls, like, you know, whatever. But I was like, hey, I asked Bartender, I was like, what? I have a question about the Vigo balls. I was like, do you guys use free range beagles?
What the fuck?
And Bartender was like, yeah, and they're non GMO. It's like, no, they're cinnamon balls. Like, oh, okay.
Well, cinnamon is the name of the beagle.
That's cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Like, you're not supposed to name them.
Free range, non GMO. It was a vegan dog. It was delicious.
That's funny.
Good time.
Well, gentlemen, I think
we're gonna keep enjoying this, but I think we're
Yes.
done. Dude, look at this. Is like, I mean, we got like
almost finished
a
it.
quarter of the bottle
I
left,
think it's
and this is probably not gonna make it through the night.
I think it's my
it's
fault.
not.
Sorry.
Would they announce if that's going to go into the Infinity?
Probably put 2 ounces in there.
2 ounces of that?
That's typically what I add.
I'm gonna put that in there now before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did that with the Russells. We missed putting that in there because we fucking kept drinking.
Yeah.
The
we
Russell?
Yeah.
Right, Russell's
did. Oh my
Reserve.
God, we finished it and we're like, oh.
Really?
And we're like,
There goes-
I guess
there
that's
goes-
wow.
What did we have last time?
Smoother than this?
What?
No, it's different. It's a
It's
different.
different. It wasn't smooth.
Different
but
category,
It was
right?
just, man, I wish we still had more of that, actually.
Russell.
Russell's Reserve.
Right there. There's a bottle right there, right by it. It has a tag of the barrel they chose and
This is it right here.
So, yeah, the last things we added were Green Spot. So we added a bunch of shit. Clyde Mays, Nikka Pure Malt, Henry McKenna, Distiller's Cut,
Huh?
That McKenna's fucking
Green
What-
Spot,
what did I have
High
last time?
West, and
Nice.
Smooth Amber also.
Did I have?
The Texas Mesquite. We
I knew I didn't dream about that shit.
It was announced as the Texas Mesquite.
Okay.
The what?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We did.
The what?
The one you got us.
Oh,
We
the.
used to prefer the Texas Mesquite.
Yeah, because we like them.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I'm telling you, dude, it's like fucking biting some
The bag
ribs,
was.
bro.
I was buying it just for the bag because it's like a deal.
Just take it, bro. Fuck it.
How much was it?
You know what, dude? I don't remember. I got a fucking bodega.
It's probably just around the same
Yeah,
price
it's probably
as
like
regular
20
Crown Royal.
bucks, maybe 20 bucks probably. That's how much that one.
Not bad.
The other one, the ride cost too. It's like about 20 bucks.
I've heard good things.
The only one that costs a little bit more was
Is the
60
Reserve.
bucks. Is the XO? Yeah.
Oh, the EXO.
Yeah.
Dude, remember that first time at your house when I
Dude,
bought a
we
bottle of
fucking
Crown
polished that shit off, bro.
Dude, Crown Royal Reserve with fucking.
Yeah.
I think we took a cherry Dr.
Yeah,
Pepper. Oh my god.
Can you believe that's the last
yeah.
time I had cherry Dr. Pepper because I can't fucking drink Dr. Pepper anymore.
You can't. Why not?
I'm fucking, dude, my fucking skin turns all red, bro. Like fucking India. I don't know. I have an allergic reaction to it, bro. Yeah, dude, it's fucking.
You should consult Dr. Pepper about that.
I know. Dude, I can't even. I don't know, man. That sucks. That sucks, man. I love Dr. Pepper.
That
man.
cherry Dr. Pepper is legit.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
with some what was the Kraken?
Kraken.
No, we had it with the Crown Royal Reserve.
The Reserve,
gold
Yeah,
one.
we had the reserve, but I'm talking about with the Kraken.
With
so that
rum?
was good.
I
Yeah.
never tried it with. I don't drink rum. I never tried it.
Rum?
Rum?
Well, yeah, you drink it with rum usually.
Jamaican rum.
Jamaican be crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Right near the beach, boy.
Right near the beach.
Well, with that, we are closing out. Thank you guys for joining us.
Yep.
See you
And
guys
we'll
later.
see you guys next time.
See you
Peace.
guys.
Later. Bye.